It's football time in East Central Ohio. From ABC Sports and WYLE Cambridge, 107.9, 98.5, Nash Icon. Now it's time to head to the field for tonight's game.
Welcome to Week 6 of Ohio High School football on ABC Sports as the 3-2 Tri-Valley Scotties take on the 3-2 Maysville Panthers in Southtown at the Maysville Athletic Complex in a Muskingum Valley League crossover battle on the gridiron tonight. Our radio coverage brought to you on Nash Icon 98.5 and 107.9, and our free live video is available at our YouTube channel, YRP TV. I'm Dave Hilliard, got my partner and friend Richard Hall with me tonight, and we are certainly excited to be here. It's homecoming in Southtown, Richard.
It sure is. Great atmosphere tonight for high school football, and as we talked on the way over in the drive, really think this could be a good football game tonight. When you look at them on paper, have had similar fates so far, both coming in at 3-2, and when we look at the strengths of both teams, really think this could be a close football game, Dave.
Well, we hope it is, and we're certainly excited to be here. Outstanding weather. Again, Week 6. This is normally when you expect it to be a little cooler in the air, but again, it's a nice, warm, we'll say early fall, late summer day here. The sun's setting, and just a beautiful complex here in Maysville. We certainly enjoy being here. Our sponsors tonight, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, Action Total Staffing, Absolute One Window Tinting, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Great Clips, Shriver's Pharmacy, and TK Auto Service, all sponsors of our broadcast tonight. And we are, again, excited to be here with you. Week 6 of high school football. And as Richard said, both of these teams very similar in fate right now, both 3-2 as we come in here to Week 6. Tri-Valley lost a very disappointing game last week to New Lex. New Lex took them to the woodshed, as they like to say, Richard, 29-7, and that's the first loss to New Lex in over 15 years.
Yeah, it really was. It wasn't quite the performance that Tri-Valley wanted to have. They really struggled offensively, with 4 interceptions last week and could only put 7 points on the board. Had too many penalties, actually six penalties last week for 65 yards, and Stone Spiker was sacked 5 times, and that's something that Tri-Valley is going to have to correct for tonight. A
recipe for disaster there if you were the Tri-Valley Scotties. Now, they also have a winning streak against Maysville. They have beat Maysville 21 straight times, so consecutive weeks they come in with big winning streaks against an opponent, and Maysville hoping to rewrite all those history books again this week.
Exactly. I think both teams are similar in the fact they just want to put some consistency together and get a string of wins. It's something that, neither team has been able to do thus far. They win a couple, they lose a couple, and I think, week 6 and beyond becomes a very important part of the playoff picture.
Sure does. Tri-Valley led by head coach Cam West, and he tried to get out of the coaching and get into administration, but he got back into the coaching. An unfortunate situation there for them at Tri-Valley, but he is the head coach. His 6th season at Tri-Valley. He is 48-13 as a head coach. That's 78, almost 79% winning percentage, Richard. Pretty daggone good. Maysville, on the other hand, their first-year head coach, Chase Bowman, he was 18-41 as a head coach at Morgan, and of course right now he's 3-2 as the Maysville head coach. Each team, as we said, came into this night 3-2. Tri-Valley winning at Meadowbrook on a Thursday night, which I broadcast that game way back in the beginning of the season. Seems like a long time ago. They were up 21-0, and it looked like it was going to be a typical, steamroller of Meadowbrook, but all of a sudden, Meadowbrook scored on the last play of the first half, and before you know it, in the third quarter, it was a tie football game. Now, they did pull ahead and win the football game handily, but it was kind of one of those things that just said, Tri-Valley is not going to be the dominant Tri-Valley in the MVL that they have been.
Right. It's a different type of Tri-Valley team this year. They rely a lot more on the run than they have in the past. They're probably a 60-40 type offense where they run the ball about 60% of the time and, put it in the air about 40% of the time, which is typically opposite of what you see when you look at Tri-Valley football.
Well, and they, as we said, they're 3-2. They've got the nice win against Meadowbrook week 1. Also a big win against Clinton Massey, a state-ranked team. They beat them 35-0 at home. They have lost to Granville, and as we mentioned, that loss last week to New Lex. They did take Morgan down pretty handily, 41-7 in week 4. Now, Maysville, they won a huge game in overtime in week 1 against John Glenn. And we are getting ready for the national anthem, which this year we've got a sponsor for our national anthem. So tonight's national anthem brought to you by Southeastern Ohio Credit Union, and it'll be played tonight by the Maysville High School Marching Band. Again, that was the national anthem presented by the Maysville High School Marching Band and our sponsor, Southeastern Ohio Credit Union. Now, we're talking about the Maysville Panthers, and head coach Chase Bowman won that big overtime game in week 1 against John Glenn, 20-19. And it ended up being a battle of the kickers in that one. An extra point, the difference in that football game. They won against Lakewood, so they were 2-0 to start the season. And then a tough loss here at home in week 3, a game that I broadcast versus Philo. Richard, Philo's turned out to be a pretty tough cookie in the MVL this year.
They really are. I haven't seen them yet in person, but they really have a nice team, and they're playing pretty consistent football. So, yeah, you're right. That's a tough loss for Maysville.
Week 4 lost to Sheridan on the road, 56-14, and then a big win last week in Coshocton as we had that game on Nash Icon. They beat Coshocton 48-0. Cade Rock was our Lock 9 Pizza player of the game, had an outstanding football game, probably as well as I have seen Cade throw the football since he's been quarterbacking the Panthers over the last 2 seasons. He had a really good night throwing the football, and they just steamrolled over Coshocton 48-0. And we mentioned Cade as the quarterback. Also to keep an eye on tonight for us, Cohen Llewellyn, running back, and also running back Landon Iden, going to touch the ball quite a few times tonight for the Panthers. On the other side, running back Levi Wade for the Tri-Valley Scotties, only a sophomore, but he has been a real factor for Tri-Valley's running game.
He really has, and even with the tough loss last week, Levi was able to get 112 yards on the ground on 28 carries, and he had their lone touchdown. So, he put together a great performance last week, even though overall Tri-Valley as a team didn't play as well as they wanted to.
And other people we need to keep our eye on tonight, Lucas Garg as receiver. Running back Isaiah Doyle is going to see some touches, along with wide receiver Ryan LaMonica. He might be the best athlete on the field tonight as he goes at wide receiver for the Scotties. One of these things I always like to check out, the first time these two teams played was in 1966. So there's a little bit of a history here between the two teams. And as we said, Tri-Valley's won 21 straight against Maysville, so Maysville certainly would like to break that streak and get in the win column. Tri-Valley overall as a football program, they are 347, 268, and 8. That is their overall record. Maysville 301, 362, and 6. Their first game they played in 1958. So doing the game that Crooksville last week. They played in 1899, I think was their first year they played a football game. Now that is some history in football.
Sure is.
So certainly looking forward to what's going to transpire here tonight. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be ready for kickoff here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. It's the Maysville Panthers taking on the Tri-Valley Scotties in MVL football action. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares, close to home.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
In sports, success is about team effort, and the same is true for your hair. At Great Clips, we save your haircut details in clip notes, so every member of the highly skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Dave Hilliard, Richard Hall back here in Southtown getting ready for some MVL football. Maysville hosting the Tri-Valley Scotties tonight in a crossover battle. These two teams used to be in the same division, but week 6 we're playing a crossover game. All that scheduling is still trying to work itself out as they've switched to 2 divisions in the MVL. Richard, you mentioned playoffs earlier. Tri-Valley 8th right now in Division 3, Region 11. Computer rankings just came out this week, although you can check Joe Idle all you want to. That's kind of the thing that I'm into. Maysville, number 11th in Division 4, Region 15. The magic number, got to be in the top 12 this year, not the top 16.
Correct, Dave. That is a new playoff format for this year. In the past couple of years, it's been 16 teams in each region. Now it's 12, so makes tonight's game even more important for both teams.
Another thing I like to delve into, Fantastic 50. Drew Pasteur, he is a math professor at Worcester, and he has a website, and he does all these mathematical models and projections. He's got Tri-Valley ending the season 8-2 and as a 4 seed in the playoffs. Maysville, he has projected as 5-5 and out of the playoffs. And he also has, if they do get to 6-4, they would be on the bubble. So a big game in terms of playoff implications. If Maysville could somehow pull the upset here tonight, then they would be really maybe getting themselves into a playoff berth.
Oh, it would be a huge win for them when you look at the schedule next week. I believe they go to New Lex. I think we talked about that on the way over. So if you're Maysville and you really want to get tonight's win if you can.
Boy, and New Lex really just, to me, the teams that I've seen, they are the best team regardless of school size in the MVL. They are just a juggernaut, and I never would have thought that at the beginning of the year, losing Isaiah Stevens and Bentley Hansen, 2 very important pieces of your football team.
Really, that's really true, but they've got a nice program down there, and they just keep working to get better each year, and it's a tribute to their coaching staff and their program that they've came back and had such a successful year thus far in 25.
Well, a couple things that Richard and I need to keep an eye on tonight. We've got a Guernsey-Muskingum Power Lineman of the Game award to give, and also a Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game that we will recognize. So that's a couple of the things that we'll need to keep an eye on tonight. Somebody that might do something spectacular will earn themselves a pizza from Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls. And as Mike Snively and I have mentioned many times, Lock 9 is the place to eat when you're down in Duncan Falls, and we certainly appreciate all of their sponsorship. They have sponsored many things on AVC Sports since I've been here, and we certainly appreciate the way that they get behind all the teams in the MVL, not just the ones that are in Duncan Falls. So they have been a very good sponsor for AVC Sports and for high school sports in general. Tri-Valley getting ready to kick it off here on homecoming night. Congratulations to King of the Maysville Homecoming Court, Carson Miller, and the Queen, Lainey Swingle, as they were crowned in ceremonies prior to the game. And if you'd like to go back and watch that, we've got that on our video stream on YRP TV. Number 53 for Tri-Valley, Aiden Seward getting ready to kick it off. And this is the John Valentine opening kickoff of high school football here from the Maysville Athletic Complex. End over end kick that will be caught, or it hits the ground at about the 20. They had trouble getting their hands on it. And a scramble for the football around the 27-yard line, but I believe Maysville fell on it. Nobody wanted to catch the football, Richard.
Yeah, it was a shorter kick, and no one really wanted to dedicate themselves to go get it, and it hit the ground, and in great recovery by Maysville to maintain the possession.
I believe it was Keaton Bryan that finally got on the football there at the 28-yard line, so that's where Maysville will begin their initial possession of the football game. And that John Valentine Insurance kickoff. Again, Valentine Insurance, he sponsors our kickoffs, and we certainly appreciate JV doing that. He's off tonight, so he might be listening to make sure I mentioned it was a John Valentine Insurance kickoff. Cade Rock in the pistol formation. He's got 4 receivers, 2 to each side of the formation. He's going to drop straight back, and he's going to throw the ball down the middle of the field, and he's got his man, Cohen Llewellyn, out at midfield. Llewellyn makes the catch into the Tri-Valley Scotties territory at the 48-yard line, a 20-yard pickup on first down, and Cade continues to pick up where he left off last week, Richard. A very nice throw on the first play of the game.
Yeah, it was right across the middle. Great catch by Llewellyn.
This time Rock back in that shotgun, pistol formation, whatever you want to call it again. He's got some help back there. He flips it this time, and not much room. As a matter of fact, a loss of 2 as he flipped it to Llewellyn. Llewellyn brought down right at the midfield stripe. So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12. And he hit it so fast that first down play was good for a first down. That was a Bicon Services first down. But now the Panthers facing a 2nd and 12 right at midfield. Sun is setting over in the horizon, a beautiful facility here for football, and a great crowd on hand here tonight at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Another handoff to Llewellyn, straight ahead. He picks his way forward for a couple, gets back to the original line of scrimmage on this series of downs, and he's back at the 48. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Not much room there for Llewellyn on the carry that time, and we talked earlier, we're going to see a lot of Cohen Llewellyn catching the football, running the football. We're going to see also Cade Rock running the football, and also Landon Iden stands to touch the ball quite a few times here tonight for the Panthers as well. This time Rock fires it out onto the right flat, and he is not able to connect with his receiver. Overthrown and flies out of bounds, and as I've seen in the game so far, they are willing to roll the dice here at Maysville. Coach Bowman has been rolling the dice on 4th down a lot early, but he's going to elect to punt here early in the football game.
Yeah, when you look at field position, probably a wise decision to punt it here.
Don't want to give Tri-Valley the short field. Iden back in punt formation, but he has been known to run with it. But he's going to kick it, and it's going to be a fair catch signaled for and made down inside the 20-yard line, and that's where Tri-Valley will take over on their first possession of the football game. Iden has been doing the rugby-style kick, and a couple times he just likes to take off and run, but that time it was more of a traditional punt style as he caught it and stayed right in the middle of the field, and he got it down to the 17-yard line for Tri-Valley.
And they've had great success with him with that punt, that run for first downs this season. But when you look at field position this early in the game, they decided to go ahead and punt it away.
Stone Spiker back in the shotgun for Tri-Valley. His first look out into the left flat, and it's complete. And they're going to bring in the ball carrier down. He got that out there to Kason Baker. And a very short pickup on first down gets it out to the 20-yard line, so a pickup of 3. And Cam West teams, he was a quarterback, so he likes to throw the football. And Spiker, as Richard alluded to, had a tough week last week with the interceptions. I think you said he had 4 interceptions last week, Richard. A tough week for him throwing the football, but right on target again across the middle. He finds his man Michael Maxwell for another short pickup, this time to the 25-yard line. So now a 3rd and 2 for the Scotties here. Clock moving, 9:35 to play in this first quarter. We've got no score, and it's the first possession of the game for the Scotties. And as they're prone to do, everybody on the team stands up, looks over to the sideline, gets the signal, and they're back set ready. Spiker going to hand it off straight ahead and gets across the 30-yard line, going to pick up the first down and more all the way out to the 39, almost 40-yard line. And that's the man we spoke of early, Richard. That's Levi Wade. A Bicon Services first down, a pickup of 14 yards as Wade had plenty of room and also refused to go down, got some extra yards after he was first hit, a pickup of 14. And now a Bicon Services first down for the Tri-Valley Scotties on their own 39. Spiker going to hand it to Wade again. Wade tries the right side, and this one's going to be brought back. There was a penalty. I heard the coaches in the box next to us, Richard, they were calling that one right away.
Yeah, they were shouting for a penalty up here. It was so holding on to Scotty's going to bring it back. But Levi Baker on that last run prior to this penalty, once he gets moving, Dave, he's extremely difficult to bring to the ground.
Wade just a sophomore, and he's had a very successful season running the football. And that hold, though, is going to bring the ball back He threw that right on the point of attack, and that's usually where the officials have a tendency to see that right there, too, and that's going to bring the ball back to the 32-yard line. And now a first down and about 17 here for Tri-Valley. Spiker again looking over. Play clock's functioning. 1 week they weren't functioning here, but I could see them tonight. Play clock down to 12 seconds. Spiker looks to his left, got a man out on the left flat, and it's caught and brought down immediately. That was Michael Maxwell again out of the 36-yard line. Short pickup. Got some of that penalty yardage back, but still now a second down and about 12 for the Scotties. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. 1 to the left side. Spiker with Wade in the backfield with him. Checking the sideline for the signals. Spiker asks for it. He flips it out to Wade. Wade tries to go to the right side, cuts back across the 40. 45, bounces off a tackle. 50, 45, and run out of bounds at the Maysville 41-yard line. And there again, Levi Wade just refuses to go down. And that is a Bicon Services first down for the Tri-Valley Scotties. And if he's going to get chunks of yardage like that tonight, it's going to be a long night for the Panthers. Good momentum here on this very first drive for Tri-Valley. Spiker, snap back, looks to the left side, bubble screen to the left, and the ball's dropped. Looking out on that left flat to Kason Baker, but it was dropped. And that's going to bring up a second down and 10. Now they're saying it's a backward pass, and they're going to mark it at the 45-yard line, Richard.
Interesting, Dave. I thought he was just past the line of scrimmage.
I thought that was a forward pass that was incomplete. I'm kind of mystified for that one because there's no way it was a backward pass, but it's marked all the way back at the 45-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play. There's no way it was caught, was it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't caught. But
it was dropped.
It was dropped. They're going to try Wade to the right side. He cuts back in across the 40, and he picks up good yardage again. Wade on the carry from the 45 all the way down inside the 40 to the 38, a pickup of 7. Third down and 7 for the Scotties. Tri-Valley up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Spread formation, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And they all take a look over at the coaching staff to get the signals. And it looks like definitely a throwing formation here with 5 receivers, no running back in the backfield. Spiker straight back. It's a screen pass. They got Lamonic at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10. Brought down inside the 5-yard line. And that's what happens when you get your best athlete, the football, in space. LaMonica almost takes it to the house. Instead, it's a 34-yard pickup all the way down to the 4-yard line of Maysville.
Great execution on the screen pass there.
A Bicon Services first down for the Scotties, and they have entered the J&M Electric red zone. This time a handoff to Wade. Wade bounces it out to the right side, and he walks into the end zone. A Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown for the Tri-Valley Scotties. Levi Wade, a 4-yard touchdown run, and the Scotties strike first.
Great possession by the Tri-Valley Scotties, Dave. Just took the ball down the field, very, very patient, took what they could get, but mixed up the run and the pass very well to come away with the score.
Tri-Valley now lines up, and I guess sometime it's some sort of what you would call a muddle huddle. They're seeing how the defense lines up for it. They're going to go for 2, snap straight back, and he's going to run it into the end zone. That was number 14, Kason Baker, and he takes it right into the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and that makes our score Tri-Valley 8, Maysville nothing, with 6:15 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more first quarter action. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
More first quarter action. A John Valentine Insurance kickoff goes into the end zone. So Maysville will start on their own 20-yard line for their second possession of the football game. They trail now 8-0 as Tri-Valley cashes in on an 83-yard touchdown drive. 9 plays, 83 yards. Richard, great mix of run and pass on that drive.
It really was. Tri-Valley did a good job with their offensive execution there and just took the ball down the field and scored, which is what you want to do.
And there's going to be a legal procedure on the Maysville Panthers. Out there on the right side, Carson Larimer got a little bit anxious out there in his receiver position, and he jumped early. So that's going to move him back to the 15-yard line. 1st and 15 now, and that's not how you want to start your second drive off. Now back farther in your own territory.
No, not at all. I mean, we talked about this in the pregame. You know, last week Maysville had problems with penalties in their.
Brock rolls to his right, and he fires it upfield, and he's got his man, but it's incomplete, a little bit high on the pass. And I love to say that Rock rolls. It's rock and roll again as he went to his right, but incomplete, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 from their own 15-yard line. First quarter action here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Tri-Valley with an 8-0 lead here, 6:09 to go in this first quarter. Maysville, second possession of the football game. Spread formation. Llewellyn in the backfield. Now Rock readjusts him in the backfield. And now Iden comes in motion. They like to run a little counter play, and they do here to Iden. And Iden is met in the hole and brought down after maybe a gain of a yard to the 16. Sometimes that's a little jet sweep to Iden. Other times that's a counter to Llewellyn. That time it was the counter, and Richard just nothing doing inside there for Maysville.
Tri-Valley's defensive line did a great job of taking that away immediately to stop for the 1-yard gain.
Good discipline would not allow that counter action to come back against the grain, and they were right there to make the tackle. 3rd down and long for the Maysville Panthers. Rock straight back, throws across the middle. He's got Iden at the 19, across the 20 now, and hit hard and brought down across the 25. Going to be short of the 1st down, but Iden gets it out across the 25 to the 27. A pickup of 11, but short of the 1st down. They needed 14 there, Richard, and that's going to bring up another punt for Landon Iden and the Maysville Panthers.
Yeah, they really need a good punt here from Iden to flip the field and eliminate Tri-Valley's good field position.
High snap, Iden brings it down and is caught at the 34-yard line, and he's finally he's going to be brought down after a very short return, maybe 3 yards to the 39. A good kick there from Landon Iden, and good coverage there by the Panthers.
Yeah, based on that snap, Iden did a great job getting that punt away and really put together a nice punt, and then the punt coverage by the Maysville Panthers was really good there.
Tough snap to handle, but Iden gets it done. And it's going to be at the 39-yard line of Tri-Valley. Last time they started on their own 17, drove 83 yards for a touchdown. Better field position this time for the Scotties. And I look for more good mix here from the Scotties of run and pass. Successful with both. This time they're going to hand it to Wade. He picks his way through the hole. Not much there this time. Only gets across the 40 to the 41. So very short pickup. 2nd down and 8 for the Scotties. Not much room. That's one of the first times they've really shut down Wade on a run. Spiker in that short pistol formation. Wade going to line up behind him. And the snap back, and that's going to be movement. That's on LaMonica. I saw him down here at the bottom of the field move a little bit early. LaMonica got a little bit anxious, and he jumped soon, so that's a 5-yard penalty on the Scotties. And that's going to mark it back to the 36-yard line.
And your point, Dave, that last carry for 2 yards, Wade is averaging just about 8 yards a carry so far prior to that last play.
So it's now back at the 36, 2nd down 13 for the Scotties. They've had a little bit of problem with some of those penalties here throughout the season. They're still trying to get some of those things ironed out. This time Spiker going to roll to his right. LaMonica open in the flat. Catches the 42. Makes a man miss. Cross the 50. Now the 45. Breaks the tackle. 40. Breaks another tackle. 35. 30. They're finally going to bring him down. 3rd time is a charm for the tacklers as Larimer comes from behind and finally gets LaMonica to the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That is a 41-yard pass and run for Tri-Valley. Another Bicon Services first down for the Scotties. Now first down inside, deep inside Maysville territory at the 23. Spiker flips it back to Wade. Wade, right side, got a hole. Cuts across the 20-yard line, is brought down by a host of Maysville Panthers. But there's another big chunk run for Wade on first down, and he, as a matter of fact, gets another Bicon Services first down, marked at the 12-yard line, and it's also into the J&M Electric red zone for the Scotties. First down from the 12. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Maysville seemingly moving the ball at will right now. Going to hand it to Wade. Wade, they had him in the backfield. They've had him twice in the backfield. Couldn't bring him down. Keeps the feet moving, gets across the 10, finally brought down at the 6-yard line. Maysville had 2 opportunities to get him in the backfield and didn't get it done. Instead, it's a 6-yard pickup for Wade. 2nd and 4 from the 6 for the Scotties. Spiker hands it to Wade again, picks his way through the hole, across the 5, finally brought down at the 3 or 2-yard line. And I think he's just going to be barely short of that first down. I think they're going to mark him at the 3. Pickup of 3, so now 3rd and 1. And Maysville in search of a huge stop here. Tri-Valley looking to punch it in and get more points on the board. They lead 8-0, 2:16 to go in this first quarter with the clock moving. Tri-Valley has shown a really nice offensive mix here in the early going. They're going to hand it to Wade again. They've got a hold of his feet in the backfield, but he might have got enough to pick up the first down. He only needed 1. And I'm looking for a signal, and it is a first down. Just marked inside the 2, so a 1st and goal now for Tri-Valley. Knocking on the door, they lead 8-0 with 1:45 in the clock rolling here in this first quarter from the Maysville Athletic Complex. Hand it to Wade again, and a penalty flag flies before the snap, and that could be a big penalty. It's another false start against Tri-Valley. Richard, that's a big difference between starting from the 2 and then starting from back, it looks like the 7 now.
It really is, because Levi Wade is just running the ball great. He has 9 carries for 63 yards here in the first quarter. But it is a different play call from the 7 versus the 2.
Well, and 9, you said 9 carries, 63 yards. Retired math teacher says that's 7 yards a carry. Looks like a broken play. Spiker going to roll to his right, but he finds a man in the end zone for a touchdown to Boston Smith. And that puts Tri-Valley up 14-0, still awaiting a PAT. And they convert from 1st and 7 from the 7. 1:21 left to play here in this first quarter. Tri-Valley now owns a 14-0 lead. And again, the spread formation, they used to call these kind of things a muddle huddle. They're looking over at the sideline to see what they're going to do. And they look like they have no intention of kicking. They're going to run this football. They're running a little option play, but it's tipped away. Great defensive play in the end zone to knock that thing away, and that's going to keep our score at 14-0. But I see a stoppage in play. The man with the white hat stops play, and I believe it's a legal man downfield against Tri-Valley, so that negates what would have been maybe a 2-point conversion. Instead, our score stays at 14-0. We'll take a quick break. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge 107.9.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system, and we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
John Valentine Insurance kickoff. Tri-Valley kicking it off, and this time they kick it out of bounds. And that's one of those things that we've talked about, not with Richard so much this year, but some of the other guys that I've worked with. It always seems that kicking the ball out of bounds leads to a score by the team that was receiving. For some reason, it just seems like there's something that happens, and you give them better field position, and all of a sudden they manage to score.
Yeah, you immediately created an offensive advantage for the team that's possessing the football. They walk out there, they're relaxed. They already know they picked up some yardage for free. I call it free yards.
Free yardage,
and you
yes,
love
sir.
it. You know, you love it if you're the coach when that happens, because now you can go out and you have the playbooks wide open.
Right. The last time they had the football, they started at their own 20, and then a penalty backed them up to the 15. This time, starting at their own 35. This time, a direct snap to Iden. Iden finds some room on the right side, and that's quickly shut down as he's brought down after a very short gain. I thought he had more room there to the right side as he tried to get the edge, but just nothing to gain there, and he's going to be stopped after a pickup of maybe just 1 yard.
Tri-Valley did a great job of just stringing that out, just keep pursuing on the sideline, and took that lane away from Iden.
They just didn't let Iden turn the corner. This time Rock back in the shotgun. That was Iden that got the direct snap. Rock straight back. He's going to hand it to Llewellyn. Llewellyn's got a little room, but not much across the right side. And he's going to be brought down after a short carry at the 38-yard line. So close to a 3rd and 7 here for the Maysville Panthers. Less than a minute to play in this first quarter, and this is one of those drives. It's 14-0, Richard. They really need to get something going here to get back in the game and not let Tri-Valley run off and hide from them. This time they find his man across the 40-yard line, spinning into the 45-yard line, and that's going to be a Bicon Services first down for Cohen Llewellyn. He catches it at about the 40 and makes the yardage necessary. And that's a Bicon Services first down for the Panthers. And that's a big pickup, Richard. You don't want to give the ball back to Tri-Valley so quickly, especially with the momentum Tri-Valley's had on offense.
Yeah, great play call, because they've had trouble running the football. Cohen Llewellyn has 3 carries for 2 yards, but right there we saw him put the ball in the air and get that first down. So great play call by Maysville.
Got him a little more space. Rock fires it across, and his man was open and just did not look for the football soon enough. Brody Smith was in the slot running right down the hash. He was open, Richard, and Rock fired it right at him, but he just didn't look for the football.
And had a lot on it, too, so if you didn't see it coming, you weren't going to catch that.
And it wasn't one of those that he just lofted out there in front of him. He threw that on a rope. Another really nice throw from Rock, but his receiver just not ready to catch the football. Now a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers from their own 45. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. This time it's a handoff to Llewellyn. Llewellyn tries the left side, and he's going to lose a yard back to the 44. And that's going to end our first quarter. Tri-Valley with a 14-0 lead. We'll be back with second quarter action. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
I'm Ted from TK Auto Service at 2303 Glen Highway.
And I'm Julie. We've been in business for 26 years, proudly serving this community with reliable and trustworthy auto services.
Our customers are like family, and we are committed to keeping your vehicle running smoothly.
Whether it's a quick oil change or a major repair, we're here for you. We appreciate your trust and support.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram to stay updated and connected.
Thanks for choosing TK Auto Services. We're here because of you.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge. 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Second quarter action here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Straight back, Rock finds his man. He's got Llewellyn across the 45-50 and into Tri-Valley territory at the 43-yard line. Another big Bicon Services first down for the Maysville Panthers. They're finally getting a little bit of movement here on offense as they get the ball into Tri-Valley territory for the first time tonight. A good pickup there of 13. And there's going to be a little bit extra tacked on, a face mask. And it is a 15-yard penalty. Now down to the 28-yard line. A huge penalty at the end of that play. Now Maysville really thinking seriously that they can get into the end zone here because field position has definitely changed in favor of the Panthers. And it all started with that kickoff out of bounds. That's what I'm going to say. Three receivers to the right side for Rock. He looks to his right. He's got a man. It's Iden. It's caught across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Or excuse me, 23-yard line. Was at the 28, now 23, a pickup of 5. Another good throw from Rock, right on the money. And a second down and 5 here for the Panthers. Rock really looks good throwing the football. He's been on target. I mean, one pass maybe a little high, Richard, but for the most part, Cade has been right on the money tonight.
Yeah, it's carried over from last week. He had a great game last week, and it's continuing tonight.
This time he's going to hand it to Llewellyn. Llewellyn picking his way, bounces it out to the right. Makes a man miss, and he's finally brought down, and there's a penalty flag all the way back in the middle of the line of scrimmage. That's 15 yards away from the play, and that's one of those where it's usually holding. A very short gain on the play, but it is a hold, and it's going to go back against Maysville. That's going to negate some of that yardage they picked up on the 15-yard face mask penalty. That's going to back them up 10 yards from that last spot. And I'm thinking where they're walking this off to, all the way out to the 31-yard line. 2nd and 12 from the 31. And that's one of those penalties that you just get frustrated as a coach, Richard, because it took place not even close to the play, not even close to where the ball carrier was. So it really wasn't going to have any effect on it. Rock fires it down the middle. He's got his man complete across the 20-yard line. He hits Keaton Bryan in stride all the way down at the 12-yard line, a pickup of 19 on 2nd and long. And now all of a sudden the Panthers inside of the J&M Electric red zone with another Bicon Services first down. First down from the 12. Panthers knocking on the door of the end zone. They trail 14-0. 10:19 to play in the second quarter. Rock gets his team to the line of scrimmage, fakes the handoff straight back, looking for a man. He's got a man to Iden. It's Iden wide open in the end zone, and Rock connects. Touchdown for the Maysville Panthers. 14-6 our score. Another really fantastic throw from Rock. A 12-yard touchdown pass to Landon Iden, and Maysville is on the scoreboard. He has been on the money, Richard, throwing the football, and he was patient. He waited for Iden to make his break to the left, found him, and now Jocelyn Miladovich, she is on for the extra point. The snap's back, the hold's good, the kick is up, and it is good. Our score 14-7. We'll take a quick break. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Second quarter action here at the Maysville Athletic Complex in Southtown. The Panthers on the scoreboard. A 12-yard pass, Cade Rock to Landon Iden. The score is 14-7. Tri-Valley in front. 10:06 to play, and that Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown. A beautiful throw by Cade Rock to Landon Iden.
Really was. Rock was great during that entire possession. He is thrown for 97 yards here in the first half. Only 2 incomplete passes, so 8 for 10 for 97 is just outstanding.
Another John Valentine Insurance kickoff, this time Maysville kicking the ball to Tri-Valley, and it's one of those weird kind of rolling kicks that runs down to the 20-yard line. An excellent job on the kickoff. Squib variety, and it's all the way down at the 20-yard line, so Tri-Valley going to set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, and Richard, kicking the ball out of bounds leads to a touchdown.
Yeah, it proves your theory once again. And I'll tell you, Maysville's done a nice job of adjusting to what Tri-Valley will give them. Maysville's had a very tough time running the football. They have a net 3 yards here in the first half, so they've decided to go through the air just to get the ball out in space, and Landon Iden and company have done a great job of going down and picking up that touchdown.
Now they've got to find a way to stop Tri-Valley, and there's Wade again, and he's going to bounce it to the left side across the 30, 35, and he's going to run out of bounds at the 44-yard line, a pickup of 24 on first down. Wade bounced it out to the left side and had room and picks up 24 on first down at Bicon Services. First down for the Scotties.
The interesting thing is we're right next door to the Maysville coaching staff, and they talked during the break about we just need to tackle. And then next play, Wade picks up 24 yards on the ground. So they will not be happy.
Yeah, bounced it outside, and again, plenty of space out there. Now this time Spiker drops the snap, throws it down the left side of the field. He has a man that just couldn't bring it in. He was looking for Lucas Gargaz. And boy, he threw that right on the money. Gargaz reached out with the left hand, just couldn't bring it in. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Scotties on their own 44.
And good coverage by Keaton Bryan there, just enough to take that away that he couldn't make that catch.
And that fumbled snap, that does kind of throw off the timing a little bit, but still a really good throw there by Spiker. This time the formation, 4 receivers to the right. And the lone running back, it's Wade, and he flips it out to him. Wade going to try the right side, and he plows ahead to midfield, made something where there was really no room and got it all the way to midfield, a pickup of 6 on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and short for the Scotties. They need to get it to the 46 of Maysville. It's at midfield. They need 4 yards. Spiker looks to the sideline along with his offensive teammates. Wade in the backfield with him. Gargaz split wide to the left. LaMonica wide to the right. Everybody else in the backfield. Handoff to Wade. Straight ahead. He's brought down in the backfield. Did manage to pick up a yard, but good defense there from Maysville. And now a decision time here for Tri-Valley and Coach West. And he's been one of those riverboat gamblers himself. He likes to go for it on 4th down. And it looks like that's what they're going to do here. 4th down. Just inside the midfield stripe. Big play in the game. Maysville has scored to bring it back to 14-7. If they can get the stop here, they can get the football back with an opportunity to tie the football game. Tri-Valley, though, would like to keep it. See if they could get in the end zone and extend that lead again. Tight formation. Spiker straight back. He throws it down the right side of the field, and he's got LaMonica. And it's going to be a 1st down plus all the way down to the Maysville 21-yard line. A 28-yard pickup. And a Bicon Services 1st down for Tri-Valley. What a great throw on 4th down there from Spiker. Iden on coverage back there, and it looked like he got maybe a little confused. He came up when he should have ran with LaMonica. Instead, it gets thrown over his head, and LaMonica gets the big gainer. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Hand off to Wade. He's going to try the right side across the 20, down inside the 15 to the 12. Another big pickup on 1st down. And that's another, I believe they're going to give him the 1st down. Nope, it's going to be 2nd and short. Needed 1 more yard. It's down at the 13. And a lot of whistles before the play even gets started. And it's going to be a timeout, Maysville. So we'll take a timeout too. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WYLE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Second down and short for the Scotties. They hand it to Wade. He gets across the left side over the 15 down inside the 12. And they're motioning the chains forward. He's got a 1st down at the 6-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards on 2nd and short. Now Tri-Valley 1st and goal inside the J&M Electric red zone with another Bicon Services 1st down. They all look to the sideline again. Tri-Valley converted a huge 4th down play on this drive. Wade going to try the right side, cuts it back, and he spins into the end zone, refuses to go down. That's a touchdown for the Scotties. It's a 6-yard touchdown run by Levi Wade, and his team now leads 20-7. Great blocking there up front, and he just cuts it back behind all that blocking and gets it into the end zone. He spun off of a tackler. Great move there from Wade. Now this time the Scotties going to line up in a traditional extra point formation. LaMonica is going to be the kicker, and that's going to be offside on Maysville. And that might change the minds if they get to move closer. That might change Coach West's mind about kicking, although LaMonica looked very comfortable kicking the football there.
With the way they're running the football with Wade, though,
I would
go for 2 if it's me.
If they get to go half the distance from that spot, that puts it down like at the 1.5. Yep, I think they're going to go for 2 here. They currently lead this game 20-7. There's 7:23 left.
That was a Scotties touchdown.
And that did look like they were going to kick it, but now a little bit of confusion on the offensive side for Tri-Valley, but they are going to go for 2. That offside penalty gets it down inside the 1.5. Spiker back to Wade. Wade pushes his way forward, and he gets into the end zone. That's a 2-point conversion for Wade. That makes the score Tri-Valley 22, Maysville 7, with 7:23 left here until halftime. We'll take a quick break here. This is high school football presented by ABC Sports.
Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville. We've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint. Trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WYLE Cambridge. 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash, Icon.
Second quarter action here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Tri-Valley with a 22-7 lead, courtesy of a Levi Wade 6-yard touchdown run. He also got the 2-point conversion. That upped the lead from 14-7 to 22-7. And I'll give you a couple of updates here on the Surgent Construction scoreboard. Buckeye Trail leading Tuskegee Central Catholic 8-0. Indian Valley 42, Sandy Valley nothing in the second quarter. Cambridge and East Liverpool. Cambridge still searching for that first win in a very long time. 0-0 at East Liverpool in the second quarter. Mount Vernon leads Zanesville 28-0 in the second quarter. Sheridan over Riverview 28-0. New Lex leading Coshocton 14-0 in the second quarter. Tri-Valley with a John Valentine Insurance kickoff had to kick it back 15 yards farther because of an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And Maysville going to be the recipient of a good kickoff return as Keaton Bryan takes it across midfield into Tri-Valley territory. And it's going to be at the Tri-Valley 46-yard line. So a kick out of bounds led to a touchdown. And now a 15-yard penalty on the 2-point conversion gets you another start for your drive too.
Yep, time to test your theory here once again. Does this field position help with the score? And Maysville really needs to capitalize here and get back in this game.
Barnesville leads George Washington from Charleston, West Virginia, 7-0 in the first quarter in a battle of two unbeaten teams. Running play to Llewellyn. He gets the left side across the 40, 35-30. He's going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Huge pickup on first down. He's going to be knocked out. They're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. So a 20-yard pickup on first down for Llewellyn. And that's a Vicon Services first down for the Panthers. And just like that, Maysville in business at the Tri-Valley 26-yard line. Maysville refusing to go down here. Tri-Valley jumped up to a 22-7 lead, but a good drive again here going. Rock now running for his life. Looked like maybe a little bit of a busted play, and he might have lost one to go back to the 27. Also on that Surgent Construction scoreboard update, the Meadowbrook Colts lead the John Glenn Muskies at John Glenn's homecoming with 3:40 to play until halftime. It's 13-0 Meadowbrook over John Glenn. Our game right here, 6:35 to play with the clock moving in the second quarter. Tri-Valley up 22-7, but Maysville with a second down and 11 from deep inside Tri-Valley territory. It's a handoff, and there's just nothing doing up the middle of the field. That's probably another loss for Llewellyn. And they're going to mark him at the 28-yard line. So They pick up big on that first down play, and now they've been backed up on 2 consecutive runs. They've lost a yard each time. Now 3rd and 12, and at this point in the game in the field position, I would say that Maysville has 2 downs to pick up this first down, Richard. There's
No question, Dave, when you look at the score and field position.
Rock straight back. Now under pressure. He's all the way back at the 45-yard line, and he just lets it fly, and it's going to go out of bounds and incomplete. Really not much time to throw the football. Pressured in the backfield there by number 66, Logan McClellan, senior defensive lineman for Tri-Valley. 4th and 12 now for the Panthers. Big play in the football game. Tri-Valley has just scored to extend that lead again. It's now 22-7. Maysville had drawn to within a touchdown. Rock rolls to his right, and he's going to let it fly, but he's hit from behind, and he can't throw the football with everything that he wanted to. He wanted to throw it into the end zone, but he's hit from behind under pressure, and that's going to be an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs for the Panthers. Tri-Valley now 1st down from their own 28-yard line.
Great job, Tri-Valley, getting pressure from the backside.
Yes, it was.
And taking away that pass from Cade Rock.
Now 5:39 to play until halftime, and if you're Tri-Valley, this is one of those where you're trying to take advantage of, can we drive down and score, and then we get the ball to start the second half. And that's one of those, that the New England Patriots were so good at with Belichick and Brady. They could score and then score again. And this time a little discombobulation in the backfield. And I think that's going to be a false start on the Scotties, and it is. That's going to back them up 5 to the 23-yard line. And now 1st and 15, although 15 yards doesn't seem much when your running game, the running back already has more than 100 yards, and passing they've already got more than 100 yards as well. Richard's got some numbers he will share with us here at halftime. Spiker now shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Passing formation on 1st and 15. He's got a man bobbled and caught across the 25 to the 26. Now they're saying incomplete because Maysville was acting like he fumbled the football, but the officials say he never really caught it. So that will be an incomplete pass, and now 2nd and 15 from the 23.
But if you're Tri-Valley, they kind of run that methodical offense where they'll look to the sideline, and if you can pick up yardage, you would be fine if you're them to go down and score and not even give Maysville the ball back this quarter.
Spiker now, he's got Wade in the backfield with him. Wade over 100 yards rushing already in this football game. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 1 to the left. Spiker throws it to the right. He's got a man. He's open. It's caught at the 25 across the 30, 35, 40 before he's brought down across the 40. That'll be a Bicon Services first down for the Tri-Valley Scotties. Right at the 40-yard line. It's pickup of 17. And that penalty really meant nothing to them on this offense. Clock moving now, 5:23 to play, or I should say the clock is stopped with 5:23 to play. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line for the Scotties. This time the receivers go to the left side. Wade going to try the left side, and boy, Maysville read that very well. They're going to bring him down for a loss. One of the few times Wade has not picked up positive yardage tonight. That's going to be a loss of 3. And that brings up 2nd and 13 for the Scotties. A little bit more quickly to the line of scrimmage now, with the clock rolling right at 5 minutes to play until halftime. Wade in the backfield with Spiker. Richard, how many yards did you have him before he lost yardage there?
116, so now he's down to 113.
Down to 113. Spiker, plenty of time to throw it now. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he throws it down, and it's caught across the midfield stripe down into Maysville territory. But I believe Spiker had crossed the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. He definitely did if he threw it from around the 40, which is what I thought, because the line of scrimmage is back at the 37, and that's going to be an illegal forward pass against Tri-Valley.
He had the right idea. He just ran out of space.
Well, he tried to back up at the very end, and that's what it is, an illegal forward pass. His man downfield, Michael Maxwell, was there, and he hauled in the throw. But not only is that a yardage penalty, Richard, that is a loss of down penalty, which is huge right now, because that's going to bring up 3rd and a bundle here, 3rd and 18 from all the way back at the 32-yard line for Tri-Valley. Now if you're Maysville, hey, let's get a stop and make them punt it, and we've still got time on the clock to maybe get back in the end zone.
Exactly.
Spiker straight back. Now he's going to throw it downfield, and it's broken up at the very last second there. Number 4, Cade Rock, back there on defense, gets his hand in there and knocks the ball away. And they're going to have to punt here. 4th down and 18 from their own 32. And this is the first time Tri-Valley has had to punt the football tonight.
Great stop by Maysville in the secondary there. That could have been a big play for Tri-Valley, but great defense by the Panthers.
LaMonica back in punt formation for the Scotties. Mentioned in the pregame, he is an outstanding athlete. His parents, both athletes at Muskingum University in their day. Tri-Valley now to punt at LaMonica. Line drive kick, and it's going to go and hit inside the 35, and they're going to down it inside the 30-yard line. Kick coverage there by number 8, Madden Pavlenko. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Maysville inside their own 30. I think we're going to mark it at the 28. I haven't seen anything distinctive, but I think it's going to be at their own 28. Plenty of time left, though, Richard. They've got 2 timeouts remaining and 4.5 minutes here in clock time to get a score before halftime.
Sure, that great opportunity here. They've struggled on the ground for the most part. They do have 23 yards of rushing on the ground with Caden Cohen Llewellyn leading them with 20.
Rock going to throw it on 1st down. He's looking down the sideline, and boy, did they hold him the entire way, but he still caught it, and that's Iden, and he is going to take it to the house. Nope, it wasn't Iden. It was Keaton Bryan. The defender had a hold of his jersey all the way down the sideline. He still makes the catch, and he makes a house call. It is a 72-yard touchdown play. Cade Rock to Keaton Bryan, and just like that, the Panthers are back in it. That was an easy call, Richard.
Sure.
You could see the jersey being pulled all the way here, and that's on the opposite side of the field. Jocelyn Miladovich on to try the extra point.
Huge touchdown for Maysville right there. Huge.
Miladovich going to try the extra point. A little bit of a delay here, but boy, a great throw again from Rock. And Rock right on the money, and this time it was Keaton Bryan. And this extra point could bring the the Panthers to win within 8, and Miladovich's kick is good. That makes our score 22-14 in favor of Tri-Valley. We'll be back with more second quarter action. This is high school football presented by ABC Sports.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge. 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Second quarter action here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Maysville strikes on a 72-yard touchdown pass from Cade Rock to Keaton Bryan. And our score now, Tri-Valley 22, Maysville 14. And another penalty on Tri-Valley is going to let Maysville kick the ball off on the Tri-Valley 45-yard line. Larimer, as he is accustomed to, he sets the ball down on the 45-yard line, doesn't use a tee. And he's been kind of a master at the squib kick. with the way he's been approaching this, and it's going to be end over end, and it's going to bounce at the 5. It's picked up inside the 3. Back across the field, it's Wade, and he's going to get it across the 20-yard line to the 24, so a decent return from Wade. And that means now Tri-Valley with 4:07 left to play in this first half. They still have time to score yet, Richard.
They do, but if you're Maysville, you just got to be really solid defensively. You do not want to give up a touchdown here just before halftime. And if you're Maysville, you've really got to buckle down and try to stop Tri-Valley. If you're Tri-Valley, obviously, you've got plenty of time to take your time, call your game, and go down and try to put some more points on the board.
Well, the way Tri-Valley can move the football, they do have plenty of time because the clock stops after first downs. If you get the ball out of bounds, you can also stop the clock. Of course, incompletions in the passing game will stop the clock as well. Going to be a handoff, though. Wade tries the left side, cuts it back across the 30, 35, 40, and he's going to run out of bounds at the 42-yard line. He picks up 18 on first down, and that's a Bicon Services first down for the Tri-Valley Scotties. With 4 minutes to play and the clock stopped now, here comes Tri-Valley to the line of scrimmage. Handoff this time. Wade's going to try the right side. He's picking his way across the 45 down to midfield, brought down at the 49, and he's picking up huge chunks of yardage, just staying right behind that wall of blockers that's into Maysville territory, and that's a pickup of 9 yards on first down, 2nd and 1, 3:56 to play. Plenty of time here for the Scotties. Now they're going to be a little bit more deliberate, slow down, take a look at the sideline, see what the coaches want on a 2nd and short. This is a good time to take a shot if you're Tri-Valley. Tight formation. Wade again on the keeper. He gets out the left side, and he's going to get across the 40, down inside the 40. Excuse me, that's not Wade. That time it was number 88. That was Chris Reed. He gets it down to the 38-yard line, so an 11-yard pickup for Reed. And now 1st and 10, another Bicon Services first down for the Scotties. Wade right now out of the game. They do like to give him a little bit of a breather. That time it was Reed on the carry. Spiker going to throw it out in the right flat to LaMonica. LaMonica breaks the tackle across the 30, 25, 20. And he's going to be inside the 10 before he's knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 31. And now Tri-Valley inside the J&M Electric red zone with a Bicon Services first down at the Maysville 7-yard line. Handoff this time. Wade back in there, bounces out to the right side, and he gets it into the end zone. That's another touchdown for Tri-Valley. A Kemp Insurance Agency touchdown for the Tri-Valley Scotties. This time Wade yet again into the end zone on a 7-yard touchdown run. And that didn't take long, Richard.
Sure didn't. Dave, unofficially 19 carries, 147 yards for Levi Wade. And we're still in the first half.
And we are still in the first half. LaMonica on to try the extra point. Tri-Valley 28-14 right now, pending this PAT high snap, but they get it down. Kick is up and good from LaMonica. Our score now 29-14 in favor of Tri-Valley. We'll keep it right here as we near halftime. 2:50 to play until halftime. Boy, Richard, we were looking a couple minutes ago, do they have enough time to score? Well, not only did Maysville force the punt, but then they scored, then they kicked off, and then Tri-Valley scored. So both teams had plenty of time to score with what was left here in the first half.
Well, Dave, I'm not sure it's over yet. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second quarter. With the way this thing is going, we may see another score.
Exactly, because that was only a 5-play drive for Tri-Valley. You just got done saying, boy, Maysville just needs to be solid on defense here, and they were not.
No, not at all. Nothing like they wanted to get into this half, without giving up another score. So now you put that behind you if you're Maysville and try to go down and match points and get right back to where you were a couple minutes ago.
Well, that was a 5-play, 76-yard drive that only took less than 2 minutes on the clock. So Again, just really impressive offense from Tri-Valley. They're going to kick it off here. Another John Valentine Insurance's kickoff. End-over-end kick, and it's going to be caught down at the 17-yard line, up the left side across the 30. Going to be tackled just across the 30-yard line, and that's where Maysville will start on first down.
You know, Dave, we mentioned it as part of that possession, but a shout-out to Chris Reed, who picked up 11 yards, and that young man's a freshman. So nice job giving Levi Wade a break, and Chris Reed picks up 11 yards as a big part of that drive.
Well, Maysville still has 2:42 to play and a couple of timeouts as they trail right now in this game 29-14. It's been quite an interesting last few minutes here of the first half. A lot more scoring taking place than I thought was going to. Rock straight back, throws the ball at his receiver's feet. It's going to be incomplete. Second down and 10 now for the Panthers. And not a good start to this drive. Threw it right at Llewellyn's feet. Not much of a chance to complete that one. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the Maysville 31-yard line. Panthers trying to stay within striking distance of the Scotties. They trail 29-14 here. 2:37 to play until halftime. Rock straight back. Going to throw it into the left sidelines and out of bounds and high. He was under pressure and had to get rid of it, and that's going to be another incomplete pass. And a flag comes out late, and I think they're going to call intentional grounding is what I think the call is going to be. And the official that called it was standing right next to Cam West. And I'm going to say Coach West might have been in his ear a little bit suggesting that one.
You think he helped him, Dave?
I think he might have helped him just a little bit. Rock threw it out of bounds, but there was nary a receiver in the area, and I think that's the problem. He had dropped straight back, was under pressure, and I think it's an illegal man downfield, not intentional grounding. So one of the linemen downfield, and that's going to move it back to the 26-yard line. Second down, though, still, as they're going to save the down. Second down, 15 from their own 26. Rock and his cohorts, they need to get a first down at least so they don't have to give the ball back to Tri-Valley with them another opportunity to score. And Rock under pressure as he rolls to his right, now turns the corner, throws it upfield, and it's going to be short of his intended receiver, Landon Iden. And that's an incomplete pass that's going to stop the clock again, this time with 2:21 left to play until halftime. And unless they can convert on this 3rd and 15, Richard, they're going to be giving the ball back to Tri-Valley with time to score.
Yeah, that's the thing. Really, if you're Maysville, you really just wanted to score, absolutely, but you really didn't want to give them the ball back here in the second quarter. But you're right, there's plenty of time.
3rd and 15 from their own 26. Rock with 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right, straight back. He's going to throw the ball down the middle of the field. And there's going to be an interference call. The receiver knocked down as he was hit at the 35-yard line. Keaton Bryan was drilled as he crossed the 35-yard line. And that's going to be a penalty on Tri-Valley, and that's a huge conversion because I think that's going to give the Panthers a first down. And it is a first down, a Bicon Services first down via penalty. A pass interference call against Tri-Valley. And boy, that was huge because they did not want to give the ball back to Tri-Valley with over 2 minutes to play until half. Now, Maysville with a first down on their own 41. Rock with 3 receivers to the right of the formation, 1 to the left this time. Rock finds his man Iden across the 45, and he is spun down immediately after a very short pickup of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 from their own 45. The clock moves now, 2 minutes to play until halftime. Maysville still has a couple of timeouts. Tri-Valley has 3 timeouts. Rock now scanning the defense. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Straight back, flushed out of the pocket, running to his right. Throws the ball, and a diving interception attempt there by Reed, but couldn't bring it in. He was looking for Cohen Llewellyn out on the right flat. Reed made a nice play on the football, just couldn't bring it in as he was outstretched and diving for it, just couldn't get both hands on it. So now a 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers from their own 45.
Big play here for Maysville.
A very big play in this football game. Again, Maysville, they're going to call a timeout to think about it here a little bit. Richard, it's just one of those, you want to score, but at the same time, you do not want to give the ball back to Tri-Valley with any time left whatsoever. We'll try to hit the Surgent Construction scoreboard update here. Buckeye Trail leading Tuskegee Central Catholic 16-0 in the second quarter. Indian Valley up 49-0 over Sandy Valley in the second quarter. East Liverpool leads Cambridge 13-0 at the half. New Lex up 28-0 over Coshocton in the second quarter. Monroe Central leading Magnolia 34-6 in the second quarter. Mount Vernon leads Zanesville 35-0 in the second quarter. Ridgewood over Tuskegee Valley in the second quarter 21-0. Sheridan 42, Riverview nothing at halftime. Philo 15, Crooksville 3, and that game is at halftime down in Duncan Falls. Barnesville leading George Washington from Charleston, West Virginia 7-0 in the second quarter. Both of those teams undefeated. And Circleville leading Marietta 21-14 at half. The Surgent Construction scoreboard updates. Our score 29-14 Tri-Valley. Big 3rd down, and Wyden is wide open down the sideline, catches the 25-20, spins inside the 10 to the 6-yard line, and that's going to be a penalty on the tackle. I think he had a hold of his face mask. That's going to be half the distance, and a huge connection from the 45-yard line of Maysville all the way down to the 6. So that is a 49-yard pickup. LaMonica tackled Iden by the face mask, so that's half the distance. So now it's down to the 3-yard line. And with 5 minutes to play until halftime, I never would have guessed there would have been this many points being scored in this amount of time in a high school football game. But boy, Maysville now 1st and goal in the J&M Electric red zone. And Iden runs the football on 1st and goal, and they've marked him at the 2, so a pickup of 1 for Iden. Clock moving now, 1:20 to play until halftime. And if you're Maysville, you want to score, but you don't really want to do it very quickly. You'd like to run some clock here.
But then again, you got to score when you can, so it's a tough choice.
Exactly. So Maysville, 13 seconds on the play clock. Rock gets his team to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left. Llewellyn in the backfield with Rock. He puts a man in motion, and they like to run that way. Rock is going to run behind him, and he's going to get into the end zone. Cade Rock on a 2-yard touchdown run, and Maysville strikes back. It's now 29-20 Tri-Valley. Jocelyn Milanovich runs onto the field to try the extra point. And Tri-Valley, Maysville, we are engaged in a good old offensive show here. Iden wide open down the sideline on that big pass play, Richard. Not a defender around him.
No, totally blown coverage by the Tri-Valley defense. Iden was walled by himself.
Milanovich to try the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick a little bit low, but it goes through the uprights. And that makes our score Tri-Valley 29, Maysville 21. The Panthers just won't go away. And Richard, as you predicted, we've got a good football game on our hands.
You know, we talked on the way over. We thought this would be a good game, but probably a little more offense than I expected, to be honest with you, Dave.
Yes. We've got 48 seconds to play here until halftime. Tri-Valley 29, Maysville 21. Tri-Valley 4 touchdowns, Maysville 3 in a 7-touchdown first half, Richard. And you're going to have to, I know you've already busted out the calculator. You might be just burning that calculator up here by the time this game ends.
Yeah, to frame it up, Stone Spiker has 169 yards through the air, and Cade Ruck has 222 through the air unofficially. So we basically have the air raid going on by both teams.
Well, John Valentine Insurance kickoff from the 40-yard line. It's an end-over-end kick that's caught at the 30 and brought back across the 35 now to the 40. And John Valentine, if you're listening or watching, your insurance agency is getting its money's worth tonight as the sponsor of our kickoffs. As both teams scoring, it seems, at will in this football game, thus generating more kickoffs, and thus John Valentine, don't complain about not getting your money's worth in this football game tonight. Tri-Valley a first down now on their own 38-yard line, but only 39 seconds to operate with. And I still wouldn't put it past them if they could find a way to get it in the end zone here.
I could see them taking a couple shots, Dave, and then just see what happens.
You got a great athlete out there in Ryan LaMonica, and you could just throw it up to him and let him go get it. Spiker rolls to his right, and he's got a man, but it's dropped right at the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up a second down and 10 from the 38. 33 seconds left to play now until half. Again, we mentioned it's homecoming here at Maysville. The queen, Lainey Swingle, named homecoming queen. Carson Miller, homecoming king here at Maysville tonight. Second down and 10 for the Tri-Valley Scotties. Spiker looks to his right. He's got a man out there wide open. And it's caught at the 45, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the Maysville 50-yard line at the 45. But there was a penalty flag thrown, and I think that's going to come back, as that was in that area where there's holding that's usually called, and I think that's what the call is. It's going to be holding against Tri-Valley. That's going to negate about a 10-yard pickup. Instead, that's going to back them up 10. And that also brings the clock down to 23 seconds left. And now with the down and distance, I'm just wondering if Cam West might just decide, let's try to just run the football, maybe get out of Dodge here, but that's not really been his MO as a coach. He likes to roll the dice. Spiker still in the shotgun. Three receivers to the right side of the formation, one to the left. Wade in the backfield with Spiker. Maysville playing pretty deep. It's going to be a handoff to Wade. He crossed the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45 of Maysville. He's still not down, and they're going to bring him down inbounds at the 41-yard line of Maysville. And there's only 10 seconds left in the half, but a huge pickup from Wade as he picks up another huge chunk of yardage. That time, let's see, I've got him there with 31 yards on that pickup, Richard. They just have no answer for Wade running the football. Tri-Valley with a timeout now, 10 seconds to play until halftime. Richard is going to have to spend a lot of time on his calculator here at halftime.
Well, for Levi Wade, just as at first glance, 20 carries, 188 unofficially.
188 in the first half. Now, I have seen some performances this year, I'm just going to tell you. A couple of weeks ago, Lincecum, the quarterback from Philo, he rushes for 5 touchdowns. The following week, down at Crooksville, I see Brayson Hill from Crooksville run for 352 yards and 5 touchdowns. So in consecutive weeks, I saw quarterbacks run for 5 touchdowns. Cade Rock threw for a bundle of touchdowns last week in the game that I called at Coshocton. So it seems that wherever I'm at, there happens to be a great individual performance, and tonight it's Levi Wade. First down, Vicon Services, first down. They're going to try to run the old hook and ladder, and they flip it back to Wade. They got it done. I thought they had the tackle made, and now Wade running. He's finally going to be brought down inside the 10, and there is a flag on the play, and I think it's going to be all for naught. I think Tri-Valley might have been able to actually call a timeout with some time left on the clock. But the penalty flag all the way back here at the 44-yard line, Richard, that's one of those illegal block kind of areas, and I think that's just going to negate that play to Wade.
Yeah, I think so. And I think they'll call the half because
it's an illegal forward pass. So I think they're saying the hook and ladder, they hooked, but the ladder didn't go backward. It went forward, and that's an illegal forward pass. So that's going to negate all that action, and that's going to end our first half after a flurry of offensive action here at halftime. Tri-Valley leading Maysville 29-25. We'll be back in a little bit after these messages and our ONN halftime. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
In sports, success is about team effort, and the same is true for your hair. At Great Clips, we save your haircut details in clip notes, so every member of the highly skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
I'm Ted from TK Auto Service at 2303 Glen Highway.
And I'm Julie. We've been in business for 26 years, proudly serving this community with reliable and trustworthy auto services.
Our customers are like family, and we are committed to keeping your vehicle running smoothly.
Whether it's a quick oil change or a major repair, we're here for you. We appreciate your trust and support.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram to stay updated and connected.
Thanks for choosing TK Auto Services. We're here because of you.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's Halftime Report. Tonight we'll talk some Western Ohio football, where Marion Local's win streak has now grown to 69. Our resident expert on the Midwest Athletic Conference is Jim Lachey, and we'll chat with Jim next on the Ohio News Network.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision, in every season.
Friday night, Under the Lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential, because in Ohio, public education matters.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game, as we like to talk some high school football from different areas of the state each week. It seems like there's always something impressive happening in the Midwest Athletic Conference over on the western side of the state. Our local expert on the MAC is former OSU All-American Jim Lachey, who played his high school ball at St. Henry. And Jim, wanted to ask you about Marion Local, their 69-game winning streak. I can't even begin to comprehend a high school class going their entire career without losing a game. I mean, there's nothing really to compare that to, is there?
No, it has been an amazing run that Marion Local has been on. I mean, just look back, since 2021, they've won 4 straight state championships, and now they're going for another one here in 2025, sitting here at 5-0. Also, they've won boys track the last 2 years, so it's not just football, and they've won basketball state champions. So they got a good group of athletes there, and this year it's no different for head coach Tim Goodwin, who, by the way, has a record of 328 wins, just 48 losses. He's been there for a while, but has done fantastic things. But they had to find a quarterback, and they found that in Brennan Hess. He's done a great job for them to get him to 5-0. They found a wide receiver in Cal Nagel, who had 4 touchdowns last week's game, also plays quarterback. A lot of these guys play both ways, which happens quite often in Division 4, 5, and 6. You see a lot of these guys that are on both sides of the ball. So they found a winning combination, and looks like it's continuing to go on.
Well, Jim, you mentioned Tim Goodwin. I mean, it's not like he's beating nobodies over there. I mean, that league is so strong. 9 of the 11 schools have won football state championships. I mean, that's saying something. What can you point to as to why Marion Local has been so successful for so long? I mean, that's a small school.
They've just had a great buy-in. Again, a lot of these guys are second and third generations. They've seen their dad play, or heard stories about their dad play in high school. They've seen their brothers play. Now it's their opportunity to go out there and get it done. And, all they talk about is winning. But, a lot of that winning happens in the off season. They got a great weight room. They got guys in there that go in, before school, get there early to get their workouts in. And it kind of spread to the whole school. I think that, they might have 100 and some boys in their school, but most of them are involved, in the football program. Most of them go in to work out, and most of these kids are farm kids too. It's not like they're don't have work to do around the house and around the farm, but they find the extra time to buy in and get the weight room workouts in. They're 70, 80 strong on that football team, and just a lot of guys want to be part of a success. And when teams are winning, everybody wants to be involved, and their whole community is kind of bought in, and it's been fun to see.
Well, Jim, last thing, we get this asked a lot. We'll never know for sure, but how do you think a team like a Marion Local would fare against a much larger D1 or D2 school? And would that, I guess, create some intrigue, or maybe just take away the mystique of never knowing?
Yeah, exactly. It would be interesting to see how that would work out. And, I think eventually, like the kid I was talking about, the wide receiver, Cal Nagel, they got him listed at 5'7", 150, which is great for a Division 6 and Division 7 high school football player, but might not add up and play against a Division 1 that has some maybe bigger athletes across the board. But I think pound for pound, they're one of the toughest teams. And the thing is, they're used to winning. They've got it. They find ways to win, and whether it's on offense, defense, or special teams, they all find ways to contribute. So I think it would be interesting to see it, but you'd probably have to, give that towards the Division I schools. But it would be interesting to see if they ever did that. Get a chance to play. Now they'll go up and they'll play, Division IV teams, Division III teams in the so-called non-conference games. And find a way to win those games. But I think on a 10-game schedule, they would probably, it would be tough to hang for the whole season like that. But what they've been able to do in small school football has been amazing.
Jim Lachey, we know you love talking about the MAC. Thanks for hopping on tonight, okay?
You're welcome, Skip.
And we'll be back on the Ohio News Network.
Bex recognizes this week's Player with Heart, Gordon Ayers from Otsego High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
What I really like about playing high school sports is the competition. The competition is really fierce, and it makes it way more fun. If it was too easy, I feel like there's no point because it's no fun at all. That's what really draws me into high school sports.
But Gordon's not just an athlete. He's involved in many things, like FFA.
I show a lot, and I think FFA is mainly about agriculture, future farmers of America. So it really draws me to that, not to mention that mom's also the ag teacher, so...
And that family mindset carries over to agriculture.
It's kind of like a way of life. People live this way, like farmers, this is what they do for life. They do agriculture, like soil farming, ranching, raising animals, all that kind of stuff, welding. It's just a way of life. It means a lot to a lot of people.
At Bex, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks again to Jim Lachey for joining us this evening. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network. High school football
from ABC Sports
and WYLE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Halftime in Southtown here as the Tri-Valley Scotties lead the Maysville Panthers 29-21 here in this Muskingum Valley League crossover battle. Certainly an entertaining first half of action. And again, our sponsors brought this to you tonight on radio, Nash Icon 98.5 and 107.9, and also our free live video stream on YRP TV YouTube. Our sponsors tonight, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan, Action Total Staffing, Absolute One Window Tinting, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Great Clips, Shriver's Pharmacy, and TK Auto Service, all sponsoring tonight's broadcast. We certainly appreciate all of those fine folks in the broadcast tonight. Again, we also have Lock 9 Pizza as our player of the game sponsor and a Guernsey Muskingum Electric Co-op power lineman of the game. Also a couple sponsors that Richard and I will have to pick out a player to win those here at the end of our contest. And we've got some candidates here because we have had a flurry of action in the first half. 7 touchdowns scored in this football game. 4 touchdowns scored in the last 7.5 minutes of the first half. Here's how it all happened. With 6:15 to play in the first quarter, Tri-Valley on the board first. A 4-yard touchdown run by Wade. 2-point conversion by Baker. A 9-play, 83-yard drive, 8-0 Tri-Valley. Tri-Valley added on early here, still in the first quarter, 1:21 left, on a 7-yard pass from Spiker to Smith. The 2-point conversion failed on an 8-play, 61-yard drive, 14-0 Tri-Valley. Second quarter, Maysville on the board with 10:06 to play. 12-yard pass from Rock to Iden. The PAT was good. That made our score 14-7. Tri-Valley scores again with 7:23 to play until halftime. Wade on a 6-yard touchdown run. The 2-point run for conversion they got after a penalty where they moved them a little bit closer. They also converted a 4th down on that drive, an 8-play, 80-yard drive to make the score 22-7. Maysville, though, claws right back into it on a 1-play, 72-yard touchdown pass, Rock to Keaton Bryan. The PAT was good from Jocelyn Miladovich, and that made our score 22-14. Tri-Valley answered a 7-yard touchdown run by Wade. The PAT by LaMonica, and that was a 5-play, 76-yard drive. Made our score 29-14. Maysville, though, not done. They scored with just 48 seconds left until halftime. A 2-yard touchdown run by Rock. The PAT by Miladovich was good. That made the score 29-21. The big play, a bomb to Landon Iden down the sideline where he was just busted coverage. Nobody picked him up. And then, of course, he's tackled on the 6-yard line by the face mask, half of the distance. Put him down there, 1st and goal from the 3. Rock took it in from there. And that's where we stand right now, 29-21. And Richard, you've got the calculator burned up over there, so share some stats with us. And if you like offense, you're going to like these stats.
I do, Dave. Before we start that, though, I just got a text. I'd like shout out to former high school principal, Tri-Valley, John Harris, who recently retired, is listening to us tonight from Denver, Colorado.
Wow.
Apparently has nothing better to do than listen to me. So, but thank you, John, for tuning in to listen to the game tonight. But to the stats now, which are unbelievable. Levi Wade for Tri-Valley, 20 carries thus far, 188 yards. Chris Reed, who we talked about in that one drive, a big carry for 11 yards. Stone Spiker then through the air, 9 for 13 for 169. Ryan LaMonica leading the Scotties with 4 catches for 134 yards, 233 yards of total offense first half unofficially. The one snafu probably for the Scotties would be 75 yards on 9 penalties, and they want to clean that up.
Yes.
If you're Maysville, on the other hand, it's all through the air for the most part. 11 carries for 24 yards. Cohen Llewellyn, 6 carries for 20 yards. But Cade Rock, 10 of 19 for 222. Keaton Bryan, 2 catches for 91 yards. And obviously, we talked about Landon Iden at 6 catches for 88 yards. So a lot of offense here tonight thus far in Southtown.
Well, if you like offense, you certainly like what's taking place here because the teams have moved the football. Tri-Valley, it just seems like it's a little bit more work for Maysville at times. Tri-Valley has had a lot more success offensively tonight, but every time it looks like Tri-Valley is going to pull away, Maysville just finds a way to answer, and that's where we stand right now. It's 29-21 at the half. But as you pointed out, Richard, this first possession of the second half, this is a big one, and it goes to Tri-Valley because they deferred, and they're going to get this first possession of the second half.
I think it really is a big possession. When we talk about in athletics that, the first 3 minutes or first 5 minutes of the third quarter is a pretty big deal in any sport, and I think football is no different, especially tonight.
Right. And you think about in a halftime situation, you get a chance to go in the locker room, kind of step back, talk to your assistant coaches, maybe make some adjustments as to what you think we need to do better or what we should do better defensively, and you try to make those changes, and hopefully it's a positive outcome in the second half for you.
I think if you're Maysville, you probably want to try to establish the run a little bit because Tri-Valley is probably going to really work really hard to take away the pass because that's the only thing that's hurt them.
The only time that Rock has not thrown it well as when he's been under duress, and that pretty much would hold true for a quarterback at any level. The more pressure you get on him, the harder it is for him to throw the football, and not any different here in a high school football game. Rock, when he's had time to throw, he's been very accurate. He's thrown the football very well. I think it's a continuation of really the way he played last week and just his overall confidence in the way he's throwing the football is actually helping him again tonight as he's thrown it very well. He's thrown it right on the money. He hasn't turned it over via the pass, so that's another key thing. And as a matter of fact, we have not had a turnover in this football game. And that could be maybe the deciding factor as we go on here in the second half.
It could be. I think it's this type of game where a turnover late, any type of miscue late, penalties late.
Well, and a miscue and I mentioned, every time somebody kicks the ball off and they kick it out of bounds, the receiving team always seems to find a way to score, and it's just held true in every game I've done this year, and it did again tonight.
And on the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
They've had 2 of
those. And they did score on one of those possessions. Right. So field position matters.
Field position does matter, especially, as we said, it's just been a little bit harder for Maysville. And if you're giving them better positioning because of penalties or just something that, it's a mental mistake completely, you're just helping them out that much more.
Absolutely. And Maysville does play a little quicker than Tri-Valley. They're a little bit methodical with the line of scrimmage, but they do score quickly once they go.
Right.
Because their execution is so good.
I think they can play pretty much at any pace they would like. They do get to the line of scrimmage quickly, but they look over and they all get the signals from the coaching staff. So they try to do that, and they try to make sure everybody is on the same page before they move on. Let's hit the Surgent Construction scoreboard update. Our update here, it's 29-21. And then in a couple other games around the area, Buckeye Trail leads Tuskegee Central Catholic. It's 30-0 at halftime. Indian Valley, they just keep rolling. They're already in the fourth quarter of their game. It's 56-0 against Sandy Valley. East Liverpool leads Cambridge 13-0 at halftime. New Lex up over Coshocton 35-0 at halftime. That's not a surprise. New Lex rolls on. Mount Vernon up 35-0 over Zanesville in the third quarter. Ridgewood leads Tuskegee Valley 21-7 at half. Barnesville with a 14-7 lead over George Washington from Charleston, West Virginia at half. Garaway 12, Claymont nothing in the third quarter. Sheridan 49, Riverview nothing, that game in the third quarter. Licking Valley leading Licking Heights. It's the Licking battle, 36-0 in the third quarter for Licking Valley. Scrolling on down some more, and I got Newcomerstown leading East Canton 40-0 at half. Union Local leading Beaver Local 20-6 in the third quarter. Morgan up 28-14 over West M. Philo leading Crooksville in the third quarter 22-3. That game was 15-3 at half. Shenandoah over Shadyside 7-0. That's the last update I had on that one. That was in the first quarter. And Meadowbrook leading John Glenn 20-7. That game at halftime in John Glenn's homecoming tonight in New Concord. Second half getting ready to get underway here. Maysville will kick it to Tri-Valley, and it's yet another John Valentine Insurance kickoff. JV just texted me. He says he loves it when there's plenty of touchdowns scored, so he should be happy tonight as Maysville will kick it to start the second half. Larimer sets the ball down on the 40-yard line, and there's that little squibber, and it hits the front man in the Tri-Valley line and bounces back towards Maysville, but Tri-Valley does find a way to get on top of it. Michael Maxwell, it hit him, bounced forward, but he fell on it. And boy, excellent field position for the Scotties, Richard, almost at midfield.
But what a break for Tri-Valley. That could have went very, very badly for them at midfield. So great play to cover up that football and maintain possession for the Scotties.
Well, we've got a second half ready to get underway. First play from scrimmage. Tri-Valley lines up Spiker at the quarterback. He's going to hand it to Wade, who's already had a career night in the first half. He picks his way across midfield, across the 45, refusing to go down as he burrows his way to the 41-yard line of Maysville, and that's going to be another Bicon Services first down for the Tri-Valley Scotties, and they get quickly to the football. Spiker has his team organized. It's going to be another handoff to Wade, this time left side, cuts it back, 35, 30. He's going to take it to the house. Wade all the way to the end zone for a Tri-Valley touchdown, a 41-yard touchdown for Levi Wade. And just like that, Tri-Valley extends their lead to 35-21. Richard, a huge opening on the left side for Wade, and he takes advantage.
Yeah, great run by Levi Wade. We've seen it all night long, and you talked about at halftime how quickly Tri-Valley can score if they choose to.
Wade takes it to the house from 41 yards out, adding on to his rushing totals. LaMonica on for the extra point. Snap high, kick up, and good. Ryan LaMonica makes our score 36-21 in favor of Tri-Valley. We'll take a quick break. High school football presented by AVC Sports.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Tri-Valley took all of 27 seconds to score here in the third quarter. They now lead 36-21, and it's another John Valentine Insurance kickoff. This time Tri-Valley kicks it to Maysville, end-over-end kick. That's going to be caught down at the 14-yard line and dropped. Picks it back up now, back across the 15 to the 20, and out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And that is where, I think that was Keaton Bryant on the return, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. That's where Maysville will start their first possession of the second half. And Mr. Hall, you can update us on Levi Wade's rushing totals.
Obviously, I'll stay unofficial here, but we have unofficially 22 carries for 240 yards.
That is a pretty good night for Mr. Wade. He's already got 4 touchdowns as well.
And almost a little under 2 quarters to play.
Iden going to throw the football, and it's intercepted. A nice play there. Number 16 for Tri-Valley Boston Smith steps in front of a pass. That was Iden throwing the football. That was not Rock. I was pretty sure that was Iden on the rollout there. And that is our first turnover of the game. And Richard, what did we say about maybe a turnover deciding this one?
Well, you just called that, any type of turnover could really swing the momentum. And we'll see what happens here with Tri-Valley. But great field position for the Scotties.
They take over on the Maysville 22-yard line. And there goes Mr. Wade across the 20 down to the 15-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. And immediately Tri-Valley right back to the line of scrimmage. Spiker hands it to Wade, cuts back across the 10, inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And that is a Bicon Services first down for Tri-Valley in the J&M Electric red zone and right to the line of scrimmage again quickly. First and goal from the 8. Spiker going to roll to his right. He throws it into the flat and it's caught, but the receiver caught it while sliding to the ground, so he is down, but it's marked right at the 2-yard line. And the worst nightmare happening right now for the Maysville Panthers. Tri-Valley scored quickly. They get a turnover, and now they're going to score again, as that is Mr. Wade for the 5th time. 5 touchdowns now for Levi Wade, and he makes our score 42-21. With the PAT oncoming here from Mr. LaMonica. Less than 2 minutes of clock time gone, and Tri-Valley has already extended the lead to 22 points. And now with the extra point good from LaMonica, 23 points. Our score now 43-21. And just like that, what was a 1-touchdown game at halftime, Richard, has suddenly got out of control.
Well, and again, I'm going to give you credit. You talked about that at halftime when we were talking about, and then on the air as we started the third quarter, about what an interception could do to change this game or any type of turnover. And now we've seen that, how quickly that's happened at 43-21 for Tri-Valley.
Well, again, Mr. Wade has got into the end zone this time. It's his 5th touchdown. And what is it about when I show up that somebody gets 5 touchdowns? I just don't understand
you're just
how
a luck
that
charm.
keeps happening. I'm somebody's good luck charm, as there is yet another touchdown.
And 25 carries to go with that as part of that for 257 unofficially.
And yes, John Valentine. It's another John Valentine Insurance kickoff. Tri-Valley kicking it off from their own 40. No penalties this time on the touchdown. And that end-over-end kick is going to be caught down at the 10-yard line, brought back across the 15, 20, bouncing outside now to the 25 before going to be knocked out of bounds is Keaton Bryan. And Maysville will have a first down on their own 25-yard line.
Now, Dave, if you're Maysville, you can't panic. You still have to run your offense and just climb your way back into this thing.
I was just getting ready to say, you cannot get, you can't do something crazy here and all of a sudden this game just completely get out of hand, because it was a 1-touchdown game, and here we are, all of a sudden it's jumped out to a 3-touchdown game. So Rock, he's going to flip it out to Llewellyn. Llewellyn trying to find some space on the left side. He cuts back across the 25, gets it out to the 30. A good pickup on first down, and he got 5 yards. So there's a positive play to start the drive.
Cohen did a great job being patient right there, because he cut it back inside and picked up 5 yards, because they had him stopped. Had he bounced outside, he would have been stopped immediately. So great decision by him to bounce it back on the inside.
Pickup of 5. They're out at the 30-yard line now. Maysville 2nd and 5. 9:44 to play with the clock moving in this third quarter. Rock fires it down the right side. He's got Iden. Iden connects out at the 47. That'll be a Bicon Services first down. And there's 17 more yards for Cade Rock and his throwing totals. Another good throw to Landon Iden. And now first down as they near midfield. And again, they just refuse to go away. Maysville trying to fight back 43-21. 9.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rock wanted to flip it out to Llewellyn. Now he's going to roll to his left, and he's just going to throw it away. And that time, no penalty flags come in. They do let him just throw it away, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers at their own 47-yard line. Rock didn't have anywhere to go with it, so he just had to throw it at the feet of his receivers. I think if he would have tried to squeeze it in, that might have been a second INT of the second half.
Yeah, he made a good choice right there. He really had nowhere to go with the football.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Rock straight back. He's flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, and he looks to the right sideline, but his receivers turned in. He threw it to the sideline and incomplete at about the Tri-Valley 40-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd now and 10 for Maysville from their own 47. And was there a penalty flag? There looked like some discussion going on amongst the officiating crew, but I don't think there was. No, there was. There was a discussion. There is. I see the penalty flag now over on the sideline, and it's one of the 15-yard variety, so that is a Bicon Services first down by penalty down to the Tri-Valley 38. And again, Maysville refuses to go away. They've got a couple plays, positive yards. Now they get a big 15-yard penalty. They're in business. 9:08 to play in this third quarter. Not much time has extended off of this clock. Now they're going to run a little jet sweep to Iden, and Iden is going to lose yardage, and that's technically a forward pass, Richard, as he flipped it ahead to Iden. Iden, though, going to lose yardage all the way back to the 43, a 5-yard loss. And that's now a 2nd and 15 for the Panthers. Rock, that takes away from his passing totals, Richard, that little.
Yeah, that took him from 239 to 234 on that one play right there. Minus 5 yards.
Straight back now. Rock going to let it fly down the right sideline, and there's double coverage, and the Tri-Valley defenders had a better chance of catching that than Iden did. Iden there, but 2 receivers, they've got him bracketed. Wanted to make sure he didn't make a big catch. So now 3rd down and 15. And I would venture to say Coach Bowman is in a 2-down territory to try to pick up this first down.
I think they have to be, and I think we're not going to probably see the traditional run. It's going to be the sweep or maybe a screen pass, but I don't think they're going to line up and run the football much more tonight. They've kind of abandoned that a little bit because they haven't had a lot of success with that. So
3rd down, 15 for Maysville, and there's a penalty flag before the play can get going, and it's a false start on the Panthers. That's going to back them up 5 more to the 48. And that's going to make it just a little bit tougher to pick up this 3rd down. Now it's going to be 3rd and 20. And again, we're probably looking at a couple of downs here to pick up a first down. Don't think Coach Bowman is in a punting kind of mood at this point in the game. 8.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. His team trailing 43-21.
Yeah, I don't think he can be when you look at this score and how quickly Tri-Valley has scored tonight.
Maysville back up to the line of scrimmage. Rock rolling to his right, and he's going to throw it over the head of his intended receiver and out of bounds. He was looking for Carson Larimer on that right sideline. But again, pretty good coverage over there on that side of the field. And with 4th and 20, Maysville is going to go ahead and punt the football. Punting team coming out. Landon Iden has been taking care of the punting duties. Now, I will say it looks like they're going to punt. Mr. Iden likes that rugby style. He runs to his right when he wants to do that, and he can make a decision. And he took a couple steps and decided to kick it right away. And a punt was muffed, and it looks like Maysville had an opportunity to jump on it, but I think Tri-Valley got it back. Nope, it goes to Maysville.
That can be
huge. The returner back there made a mistake. It was a really tough catch. He came up on it, and it was going to be low. Probably should have let that one bounce at this point in the game, but instead, Maysville gets the muffed punt, and they're going to take over on their opponent's 27-yard line, 26-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Tri-Valley, you just kind of let that one bounce because, field position isn't as much as important right now as possession is.
The possession is a lot more important, and you've just given Maysville an extra possession through the muffed punt. Rock rolling to his left, now back to his right. Running out of real estate, he's going to have to throw it. He throws it deep into the end zone or at the 5, looking for Larimer. Larimer had it go through his hands and incomplete. Rock was rolling to the left side, then came back to the right. Looked downfield, tried to squeeze it in there to Larimer, but no go. Is going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 26. 8:03 to play in the third quarter. Tri-Valley 43, Maysville 21. Tri-Valley already put 2 touchdowns on the board in this third quarter. It only took them 27 seconds to score the first one. And there's a lot of movement and no snap, and that is going to be an illegal procedure call. Cohen Llewellyn very upset with all the offense. It seemed like he and Cade Rock were on one page and the rest of the offense was on another. And again, that's another one of those tough penalties that's just a function of a mental mistake, and that moves you back.
Really does, and and Cade Rock's had 5 incompletions in a row, which hasn't been characteristic of him tonight. So they're looking for something big here.
Now 2nd and 15 from the 31. And there is another penalty flag flying and another illegal procedure call against Maysville. They hadn't even really got lined up to the football, and that's going to mark it back to the 36.
$20 yards and penalties here in the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, and you can't do that when you look at this score if you're Maysville.
2nd and 20 now from their Tri-Valley 36-yard line. They had it at the 26. Consecutive penalties now. Rock throws it. He's got his man across the middle of the field. Another good throw. And he finds Keaton Bryan. That pass caught. And they tackle him at the 23-yard line. 13-yard pickup. And again, another nice-looking throw by Cade Rock, Richard. He threw that right on the money. Hit his receiver in stride.
247 yards for Mr. Rock.
Richard with the running total. We've got an injured man down. What we will do, we'll take a quick break. This is high school football presented by ABC Sports.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Third quarter action here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Tri-Valley with a 43-21 lead over the Panthers. Richard, this third quarter, it's been a Tri-Valley offensive explosion. It only took them 27 seconds to get on the board here in this third quarter. And then again, they get the turnover, another quick touchdown. And what was a one-score game at half became kind of a mini blowout quickly.
Yeah, things fell apart very quickly for Maysville. Tri-Valley just did a great job offensively. And, of course, the interception helped them for that other possession for the next score. But if you're Maysville, you just got to keep battling.
Maysville, 3rd down, 7. Handoff Llewellyn. He makes a man miss in the backfield across the 20. Makes another man miss, gets it across the 15. And that's going to be a Icon Services first down for the Maysville Panthers. And they enter the J&M Electric red zone. One of the few times Llewellyn has had some space to run. He made a couple people miss, and he picked up 9. And now it's a 1st and 10 from the 14 of Tri-Valley. And just when Tri-Valley extended that lead, 43-21, here comes Maysville. They're trying to punch right back here and get it back into the end zone themselves. Rock hands it off, just no room up the middle of the field. Llewellyn had nowhere to go, and he might have lost yardage. He did back to this. They're going to mark him at the 15, so a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 now for the Panthers. Now underneath 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. And I think that might be one of those, hey, let's just run the ball to keep him honest.
Yeah,
and now back to throwing it here, Richard.
No question.
And as soon as they do that, they hand it off to Llewellyn. And he might have got the yard back that he lost. I'll take that back. They're just going to leave it at the 15. I thought he might have picked up the yard he lost on first down, but now 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers. And you're in 2-down territory if you're Maysville. 6:15 to play with the clock moving in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation. Rock looks to the right side. He's got a man in the end zone. It's Landon Iden. Touchdown, Panthers. And there's Cade Rock connecting with his man, Landon Iden, for yet another touchdown. And that makes our score 43-27. And again, the Panthers just won't go away, Richard.
No, not at all. They just keep battling. And Landon Iden on the night, 9 catches, 106 yards.
Rock connects once again. And Jocelyn Milanovich on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's blocked this time. No good. That makes our score 43-27. We'll take a quick break. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WILE Cambridge, 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Third quarter action here from the Maysville Athletic Complex. And if you like defense, you came to the wrong game because it's been an offensive explosion here at Southtown. Tri-Valley leads this one 43-27 here with still 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Larimer will kick it off in yet another John Valentine Insurance kickoff.
Pretty good chance he's going to get another invoice next week, Dave.
I think we should send him an extra bill for all these mentions he's getting. There's the squib kick, and it's caught inside the 35-yard line and ran and knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. And I don't think those were flags. That was just marking where the ball carrier was picked up the football. So I was thinking for a second they threw a flag, maybe a late hit, but it was not a late hit. Tri-Valley takes over on their own 36-yard line. And right now, 43-27, they're up 16, technically a 2-touchdown game.
Not quite the defensive struggle that I was expecting. I won't speak for you, but I thought it was...
Not seen a defensive battle tonight. Tri-Valley probably going to line up and run the football here. Wade makes a man miss in the backfield, and he's tackled after a short gain. He might have just picked up one there to the 37, and that's a win if you're the Maysville Panthers defense. They have not been able to stop him all night long, but Tri-Valley quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, 9, 5:39 to play in the third quarter. Stoner hands the ball off, and they do another good job against Wade. Nowhere to go on that left side. He's had some success going that direction tonight, but good job defensively. A pickup of 2 that time for Wade. Stone Spiker has done a good job running the Tri-Valley offense tonight. Spiker still in that short pistol formation. 3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 2 to the left. So throwing formation and a throwing down, and he throws the ball behind his intended receiver, Ryan LaMonica, out on the left side, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So there's a win for the Panthers as they get a stop on 4th down.
A much-needed stop, Dave.
A much-needed stop because they haven't had much success stopping this offense. So now a punt for Tri-Valley. LaMonica in punt formation, standing back on his own 23-yard line. Return man deep, Brody Smith, deep for the Panthers. LaMonica now moves up to his 24. Snap back. LaMonica puts his foot into it. It's a line drive, end-over-end kick. That's dropped, but then picked back up at the 27-yard line. And I believe he probably called for a fair catch there, so that's where it's going to be marked at the 27-yard line. Maysville, 1st down.
Big possession here, I think, for the Panthers. If they go down and get some points on the board, they're somewhat back in it.
We got ourselves a game again. 43-27 right now. Halftime score was 29-21. One-score game at the half, but boy, Tri-Valley capitalized quickly and cashed in on a turnover, and just like that, they had a 3-touchdown lead. But right now, Maysville in a good position if they can put together a drive and get into the end zone to draw within 1 score here. They've got 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. Rock gets the snap, straight back, looks down the middle of the field, and he's overthrown it. It's intercepted by LaMonica at the 50. He brings it back 40, 35, 30, 25-yard line, and there is another turnover. And those have been the killers for the Maysville Panthers this season. And LaMonica back there playing center field, saw it the whole way, and he brings it back to the Maysville 25.
Huge play for the Tri-Valley Scotties, Dave, that, again, they have scored so efficiently tonight that this is going to be a tough spot for Maysville.
Now Maysville having to rely on their defense maybe to try to get them another big stop here, but Tri-Valley licking their chops at the starting field position here at the 24-yard line of the Panthers. Spiker hands it back to Wade. Wade going to power ahead to the 20-yard line, going to pick up 4 yards on 1st down. We mentioned at halftime, Richard, we talked about, hey, maybe a turnover here or there could decide things in the second half, and it's been the Panthers with the 2 turnovers that have made a difference. 2nd and 6 for Tri-Valley. Everyone looks over to the sideline for the signals. Now they're back to it. Spiker got some company in the backfield. He's going to hand it to Wade. Wade bounces off a tackle to the 20, now to the 15, cuts back, puts his head down inside the 10-yard line, refusing to go down, finally tackled at the 8-yard line. Levi Wade, and you can just understand why the young man has so many yards, because he runs hard and refuses to go down. That's marked at the 9, an 11-yard pickup, and that's a 1st and goal, a Bicon Services 1st down for the Tri-Valley Scotties in the J&M Electric red zone.
29th carry for Levi Wade, 275 unofficially.
Unofficially, but I'm pretty confident in your stats, Richard. You're right on top of things tonight. He's had the calculator flowing tonight. 1st and goal from the 9 for the Scotties. Hands it to Wade. Wade darts inside the 10, cuts back, tackled maybe down to the 5-yard line, a pickup of 4 on that 1st and goal play. Now 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Scotties. A little bit of changes on the defensive line for Maysville. Tri-Valley quickly to the line of scrimmage. Signals being relayed in to the entire team. Everyone dressed in black and white for Tri-Valley looks to that sideline. Snap back to Spiker. Spiker's going to flip it to Wade. Wade cuts back inside the 5, and he's going to get into the end zone for, let's say, the 6th time tonight. 6 touchdowns for Levi Wade. This time it's a 5-yard touchdown run to give his team a 49-27 lead with 2:37 to play in the third quarter. And again, Wade just finds a way to keep getting it done. Cuts back, gets it into the end zone. LaMonica on to try the extra point. Snap is a little bit high. Snap is down. Kick is good. That's going to make our score 50-27 in favor of Tri-Valley. We'll come back with more third quarter action. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares, close to home.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive, residential, and commercial tinting that keeps you cool, protects interiors, and adds privacy with a flawless finish. We use high-quality films designed to last, giving you style and function you can trust. From cars to storefronts, Absolute One delivers precision and care every time. Call 740-819-1642 or stop by Maple Avenue today.
And yet another John Valentine Insurance kickoff, this time Tri-Valley kicking it deep to Maysville. And there it comes across the 40 to 50, 40, 35, and finally pushed out of bounds. Keaton Bryan on the return. He brings it back all the way to Tri-Valley territory, marked out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A fantastic return. And when Tri-Valley scores, it just seems that Maysville
just ignites them, doesn't it?
Just keeps trying to answer back. A lot of fight in this football team, as they're now going to take over on the Tri-Valley 26-yard line. 50-27. And again, if you like defense, you came to the wrong football game tonight.
But a great offensive show.
It's been a lot of fun to watch. Cade Rock now shotgun formation, fires it into the left side. He's got a man at the 20-yard line, and it's complete. Caught by number 10 down there, Brody Smith. A good pickup on first down to the 20 of 6 yards. Second down and 4. Now this is where Maysville, they do not want to get into the mental mistake thing. This is the last time they got down in here. They made it more difficult on themselves because they keep shooting themselves in the foot with the illegal procedure calls. This time to the line of scrimmage, plenty of time on the play clock. Going to reset the formation now with 8 seconds on the play clock. Now 3 receivers to the left, 5 seconds. Rock going to flip it to Llewellyn. Llewellyn at the 20, cuts it back across the 15, and that's a Vicon Services first down into the J&M Electric red zone for the Maysville Panthers. 6 yards for Llewellyn. I'll take that back. They marked it at the 13-yard line, so let's give Cohen 7 yards on that carry. And now it's first down from the 13. Maysville trying to answer. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Under heavy pressure, Rock lofts it into the end zone and just out of reach of Landon Iden. They brought the blitz that time, and Rock threw it off of his back foot, so it was a little bit high. Looking for Iden. Iden just needed to be about 3 or 4 more inches taller to bring that one in. Second down, 10 to go for Maysville. They're at the Tri-Valley 13-yard line, 1:15 to play in the third quarter. It's Tri-Valley 50, Maysville 27. We have not seen the last touchdown in this game yet. Low snap, and Rock's just going to have to fall on it, and there's another one of those mistakes, Richard, that you just can't have when you get down there in scoring territory.
No, they scored last possession anyhow after two penalties for 10 yards, but they're making it too hard on themselves.
Well, this time that's that snap low down at Rock's feet. He just had to fall on it. That's a loss of 6 back to the 19. So now 3rd down and 16 for the Panthers. Rock throws it across, and I thought they were holding Iden as he was trying to get to the football, but no flag in the air this time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down for Maysville. And this is a big play here. It's one of those opportunities for Maysville to get back in it. But it's a 4th down now from their Tri-Valley 19. They've got to get it inside the 5 for a 1st down. We'll see if they bring some heat again. 42 seconds to play in this 3rd quarter. They do. Rock gets rid of it, and it's going to be an incomplete pass into the end zone. Iden fell down at the 2, but no penalty flags are thrown, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for the Panthers. So Tri-Valley will take back the football. 41 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. And they are on their own 19-yard line. 41 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Tri-Valley takes over on their 19-yard line. 1st and 10. And I would venture to say that Mr. Wade is probably going to get some rushing attempts here. Snap back, Wade's got it on the handoff, and he's going to be thrown to the ground at the 20-yard line. Only picked up 1 on the carry. Richard won't need the calculator for that one. Only added 1 on that one. Even a retired superintendent can do that calculation, can't they, Richard?
Yeah, so far so good. But knowing him, he'll put a series of 1 yards together, and he'll just move the football.
2nd and 9 for Tri-Valley, and that might be the last play of the 3rd quarter as the clock winds here. 4 seconds, and that will do it here in the 3rd quarter. End of 3. Tri-Valley 50, Maysville 27. We'll be back with 4th quarter action. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
Looking to upgrade your ride or home with sleek professional tinting? Absolute One Window Tinting on Maple Avenue in Zanesville is your local expert. Our team specializes in automotive.
Doan Ford is your destination for the ultimate Ford experience. Discover the thrill of the open road in a brand new Ford vehicle. Experience cutting-edge technology and safety features designed with you in mind. Whether it's the versatile Ford Escape SUV, the powerful Ford F-150, or the stylish Ford Bronco, you'll drive away with confidence, knowing you've made the right choice. Quality, service, and trust. That's the Doan Ford experience.
In sports, success is about team effort, and the same is true for your hair. At Great Clips, we save your haircut details in clip notes, so every member of the highly skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
4th quarter ready to get underway here at the Maysville Athletic Complex in Southtown. I'm Dave Hilliard along with Dr. Richard Hall, my main man Dalton running the show tonight, and Andrew on the camera. We certainly appreciate those guys because all the stuff that they do is way above our heads, Richard, in terms of our technical abilities.
No question. When you tell me it's a video game, I get real excited, Dave, because I know everything's going to work.
Spiker going to throw the ball down the right side, and he had a man at the 45-yard line. It was LaMonica, but he was unable to haul it in, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 9 from their own 20-yard line. A little bit of a change up there from Coach Cam West. What's one where you're looking for probably another run from Wade, but they take a shot down the right sideline, almost able to haul it in, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 9 now for Tri-Valley. Maysville trying desperately to get off the field here on defense if they can. There's plenty of time left in this one. As we've seen, both teams have the propensity to put it in the end zone tonight. Spiker straight back, going to throw it, and that's going to be incomplete. out across the 30-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Scotties. And this is definitely punt time for the Scotties because they are deep in their own territory, and they're going to give the football back to the Panthers.
I'm a little surprised at that at this
too.
possession, Dave. You know, you've got Levi Wade, who just is almost unstoppable. Plus, when incomplete pass, the clock stops. So
exactly,
a little surprised.
I was surprised by the 2 throws in a row. I was thinking maybe on 3rd down they might have tried a screen or something to get the ball into Wade's hands that way. LaMonica will now punt for the Scotties. He's standing back on his own 6. High snap. He goes up and gets it. And it's a line drive kick that's going to be bouncing and picked up by Maysville at the their own 46-yard line. And little confusion down there. It was fielded by Gavin Duncan at the 46. And that's where it's blown dead immediately. So Maysville with good field position, but they trail 50-27. And what you have to have now, Richard, you got to have a score and a stop and a score and a stop.
Yep, just got to keep playing it. But great play by Ryan LaMonica. That was a high snap. He did a great job of bringing that down and got a nice punt away.
Well, LaMonica has played his fair share of basketball for the Scotties, and I have seen him in action. He is a fantastic athlete with some size, and he can really go upstairs, and he went up and got that one. And the first play from scrimmage, it's a pass, and it's going to be intercepted. That is going to be the 3rd interception that Rock has thrown tonight, and all of them in the second half, Richard. And that is going to be a quick turnover.
You know, one thing that they didn't need there was a turnover, and you talked about it early in the 3rd quarter about how turnovers may dictate the outcome of this game, and that's what we're seeing.
Tri-Valley intercepts the pass on the very first play after getting the ball back after a defensive stop, and now the defense has got to go right back out there. Tri-Valley, 1st down on their own 47. 11:36 to play, and Wade's going to try the left side, and Maysville's finally finding a way to get him to the ground. As they flip it out, he tries the left side, and he only picks up a yard to the 48. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Scotties. The clock and score in their favor right now, 11:09 with the clock moving. And they're not going to be in a big hurry to snap the football here as this 4th quarter progresses. 11 seconds on the play clock. Now under 11 minutes. There's Wade. He's tripped up quickly, and he only picked up maybe a yard again. That was just a yard. He got to I had the wrong yard marker to start this off. That's what threw me off. But he's only picked up a yard on each of his last 2 carries. It's 3rd down and 8. Tri-Valley needs to get the ball into Maysville territory to convert. Maysville trying to string together 2 defensive stops in a row. Roll to the right, and the ball is going to be thrown short of his intended receiver. Spiker was looking for Gargaz on the right flat, and it's thrown incomplete. And Maysville got it done, Richard. They forced a 2nd consecutive punt.
Yeah, good point by you, Dave. You know, Levi Wade, 3 yards on the last 3 carries, but also the last 4 pass attempts have been incomplete passes by Spiker. So they've kind of shut down a little bit offensively here late in the game.
What was a juggernaut that Maysville could not stop, all of a sudden they found a way to get off the field. Now they've got to get the ball back and try to convert without turning the thing over. LaMonica's punt this time is going to sail out of bounds. Nope, it bounced back towards the yard markers, and it's going to be finally down to the 23-yard line. So Maysville will take over. 1st and 10 from their 23. The game situation is this. It's Tri-Valley 50, Maysville 27. We've got 10:04 to play in this entire football game. I was going to say the 3rd quarter. The 3rd quarter, it seemed like it took a while to play that one, but we are in the 4th quarter now. We've had just under 2 minutes roll off the clock here in the fourth quarter. And again, we expected a pretty good game, but we just didn't expect an offensive explosion, and that's what we've seen in this one so far.
And if you're Maysville, you've got to try to get down and score as quick as you can. You can't put a long drive together. It takes a lot of time.
1st and 10, Rock is trying to throw a screen play to Llewellyn, and Llewellyn can't catch the football. It's dropped, incomplete pass, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. They've got receivers spread across the formation. They're trying to maybe spread the Tri-Valley defense out a little bit. Looks like they're going to come in this time. They've got 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. 1 to the right side. 2 to the right side, 2 to the left now. Nobody in the backfield. Rock going to throw the football this time. Straight back. And he's got a man on. It's incomplete. Larimer, it was right to him, and somehow it just crossed him up, and he couldn't get his hands up to catch it. And that's going to fall incomplete. And now a 3rd down and 10. Both offenses now suddenly sputtering here in the early part of this fourth quarter, Richard.
Yeah, 5 incomplete passes, and on the 6th one was an interception. So need to get something going offensively here for Maysville.
Rock and his team facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 23-yard line. Straight back. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to try to get rid of it. He flips it ahead, and it's caught at the 10-yard line, but this is going to be a big loss. As they were on the 23, Rock kept running back towards his own goal line, finally threw the ball to Llewellyn, who manages to get it back out to the 11, but that's a loss of 12 yards. And this is an obvious punt situation now for Maysville. 4th down from their own 11. They've got to get to the 34 for a 1st down, so they need 23, and it's definitely punt. LaMonica back to receive the punt for the Scotties. Iden, and he kind of missed it a little bit, but it's going to roll all the way out past midfield. And that's going to be finally downed at the 49-yard line. Line drive kick, it kind of went off the side of Iden's foot and managed to roll in one of those. That was a good turf bounce and roll, I would say, Richard, for the punt from Landon Iden.
Yeah, very fortunate, because you're right, he didn't get much of it, but got the roll, which
kind of strange off the side of his foot. But that's going to be a 1st down now for Tri-Valley at their own 49-yard line. Good job to get it out past midfield, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of Levi Wade and company, or maybe some Chris Reed here the fourth quarter, excuse me.
And you're right, it's Reed. He's going to get the first carry, and he busts across midfield to the 40, 35-30, 25-20 to the 10, and he loses the ball, but it's out of bounds at the 8-yard line. A pickup of 43 yards. And now Tri-Valley, a Bicon Services 1st down in the J&M Electric red zone at the Maysville 8. Tri-Valley back to the line of scrimmage quickly. But now they pause and look to the sideline for instruction. They're looking to tack on to a lead here. 8:47 to play in this fourth quarter. 50-27. Spiker hands it off. Reed picks his way forward. Now puts his head down, gets to the 5, inside the 5 to the 4. I think they gave him credit all the way down to the 3, so a pickup of 5 for Reed. And he's had a very productive 3 or 4 carries tonight, Richard.
Yeah, 3 carries for 59 yards. Chris Reed is doing his part.
Almost 20 a carry for him. He's in the backfield, I guess. Levi Wade is tired of scoring touchdowns, so they put Reed back there. Spiker in that shotgun formation. He's going to hand it to Reed. Reed's going to dive into the end zone, and he scores his first touchdown of the game. And Tri-Valley takes a 56-27 lead here with 8:03 to play in the fourth quarter. Reed And I'm running out of room on my scoring chart here, Richard.
Yeah, 4 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown for Chris Reed, a freshman for the Tri-Valley Scotties.
And their Levi Wade is a sophomore, so the running backs have been a sophomore and a freshman tonight doing all the damage. LaMonica on for the extra point, end over end. It's right down the middle. That makes our score Tri-Valley 57 and Maysville 27. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action. This is high school football presented by ABC Sports.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WYLE Cambridge. 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Another John Valentine Insurance Agency kickoff, this time Tri-Valley kicking it to Maysville, and they kicked it out of bounds, and you know what that means, Richard.
Based on your theory, Maysville's going to go down and score a touchdown, Dave.
Maysville is going to score a touchdown on this drive based on the theory of ball being kicked out of bounds. We'll see if it holds true yet again.
It's been accurate so far, so we shall see.
7:46 to play. Tri-Valley 57, Maysville 27. Maysville takes over on their own 35-yard line. Maysville players saying they need another lineman. We needed somebody out there. They get the lineman out there. Rock brings his team to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from their own 35. He's going to hand the ball off. And Llewellyn picking his way across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And they're going to mark him at the 38-yard line, so a pickup of 3. Well, we'll stick with 3. 3-yard pickup for Llewellyn on first down. 2nd and 7 now, 7 minutes to go with the football game. Rock in the shotgun. Llewellyn back there in the backfield with him. Rock talking to his running back, now puts a man in motion. Snap back, fakes the handoff. Rock is going to keep it himself. And just nothing doing for Cade Rock. And, you know, the last few weeks we've seen Rock run the football quite a bit, but he has not really tucked the ball and ran very often tonight. And that time lost maybe a yard on that carry.
Tri-Valley's done a good job of taking him out of the game as far as the run goes. He has 4 carries for -6 yards.
Now a 3rd and long, 3rd and about 8 here for the Panthers. Clock moves now, 6:14 to play in the football game. Rock going to throw it. Now he's going to flip it sidearmed as he was flushed out of the pocket. Looking for Llewellyn, just couldn't get enough on it. Athletic play, something you'd seem like out of Pat Mahomes trying to do, where he's flipping it sidearm, but couldn't quite get enough on it to get it to his receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for Maysville and a punt. And they're bringing on a different punter this time. Alex Ray comes on to punt it. Normally it's been Landon Iden back there, but it's going to be Alex Ray this time to punt the football. Good snap. Kick is up, and it's good. It's going to be a spiral that is caught, fair caught, down at the 37-yard line of Tri-Valley. Good kick. And Tri-Valley takes over now with 5.5 minutes to play in the game.
I would think that Levi Wade's night's over. While you'd like to see him get more yards, there are more games to play, and I think this game's in hand for Tri-Valley.
I think 6 touchdowns is probably enough for Mr. Wade.
He's just done an outstanding job tonight.
Yes, he has. He has been everything as I saw him week 1, and it was the unknown who's going to be the big back here for Tri-Valley, and it ends up being a sophomore, and he has been very good for Tri-Valley this year, and they've got some new faces in on offense here. We've got a new quarterback in. It looks like number 28, Parker Schaefer, is now the quarterback for the Scotties, as we've got 5 minutes to go in the football game, and nothing doing on first down. 2nd 10. They said Huff was the ball carrier. Number 44, he is in the backfield with our new quarterback, Parker Schaefer. New faces on offense for the Scotties. They've got a 30-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go. And the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Schaefer, good pickup on that 2nd and long. He's going to pick up about 8 yards. Brings up now 3rd and 2 for the Scotties. Schaefer, a 5'9" freshman. He is now the quarterback. Jaron Huff, a 6-foot sophomore. He has taken over in the backfield, and he's going to get the carry. He puts his head down and plows ahead, and he's got a Bicon Services first down for the Tri-Valley Scotties right at the 49-yard line. Pickup of 3, only needed a couple, and that's a first down as the clock continues to move here now with 3.5 minutes to play in the football game. Snap back. Nope, Huff faked me out. I thought he was clapping to get the snap, and he didn't do that. He's going to look over to the sideline. Coach West doing a good job here letting the clock roll. Now 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Huff flips it out on the left side, making a man miss, gets across midfield and brought down in play. That keeps the clock moving. That was Mr. Huff on the carry, got it across midfield. Well, they're going to mark it right at midfield, so only 1 yard on that carry. 2nd and 9 for the Scotties. 57-27. Scotties in command here. 2:40 to play on homecoming night here at Southtown. Quarterback run across midfield and hit and brought back. Maybe a yard pickup into Maysville territory. Parker Schaefer, the ball carrier there from the quarterback position. And our clock now to 2 minutes, 15 seconds on this 3rd down and 9 for the Scotties. And again, I don't think Coach West is in a big hurry to get the football snapped, as there's still 20 seconds on the play clock. Now they all look over to the sideline. And now we're under 2 minutes to play in the football game. Minute 55 with the clock moving. Snap back. Schaefer going to run a little screen. Caught at the 50, and they're going to be brought down inside the 45-yard line, but not enough for the first down. He was looking for Huff, who caught the football and got ahead for a few yards, but not enough to pick up a first down. Pickup of maybe 4 yards. And that will bring up 4th and about 5 for the Scotties, and the offense stays on the field. Minute 25 to go in the game, 20 seconds on the play clock. They all look over again to the sideline. Again, Coach West might be in one of those situations. He's just going to let the play clock run down and maybe run out and then punt the football here with just over a minute to play. And that's exactly what's going to happen as that clock runs down, but he calls a timeout when it gets to 0. We've got 59 seconds to play. And even if they run a play, Richard, you're going to be less than a minute. and it's a 30-point game. Let's just get out of Dodge if I'm the coaches in this one.
Yeah, I think they'll punt it away here and just a couple possessions, and then this thing will be over.
Long since decided, and we went from a game at halftime that was a one-score football game, was 29-21, and then the beginning part, and Richard mentioned those first few minutes of the second half. I don't care what the sport is. In basketball, it's maybe the first 4 or 5 minutes. Football the same way here at the high school level. That first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half, that makes a huge difference. Tri-Valley scored in 27 seconds on their first possession, and then got a turnover immediately, an interception, and then scored again. And that basically turned the tide of the game into something that was close into basically a runaway here for Tri-Valley. And they are going to punt the football. 4th down from the Maysville 45-yard line. Snaps back. It's dropped, but still gets the kick away. It's a good kick, and it's going to be caught down. It's muffed at the 15-yard line, and Tri-Valley is going to pick it up.
Yep, going to be Tri-Valley's football.
Returner came up. That was number 13 for Maysville, Carter Abella. Came up, tried to make the catch. It bounced right off his shoulder pad. Tri-Valley falls on the football at the 17-yard line, and this might be the victory formation here as Tri-Valley comes out here with just 42 seconds left to play in the football game. And this might just be a snap and take a knee, and let's get out of here as the clock now runs 32 seconds, 30 seconds to play, and it is the victory formation for the Scotties. And it doesn't even look like they're going to need to snap it because the play clock did not run. And the clock's running with 15 seconds, and the play clock still says 25. And I think that is going to end things here at Southtown. It does. Tri-Valley victorious, 57-27. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a few minutes. This is high school football presented by AVC Sports.
Shriver's Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Ohio high school sports, wishing all area athletes, coaches, and parents a healthy and successful season. When you play, play with heart. Local and independent since 1979. Shriver's Pharmacy, because we care.
If you're having any problems with your heating system, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. And we will do a flawless installation. If you need help with your heating, call Abels.
At Doan Ford, your family means the world to us. Our parts and service department work to make sure your family arrives at their destination safely. Our collision department takes pride in getting your family back on the road. Whether you're taking a trip, going grocery shopping, or taking the kids to school, choose Doan Ford. We will be happy to help you. Stop in and see us today for all of your parts and service or collision needs.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
Need help finding a job or recruiting reliable workers? Action Total Staffing is your trusted local staffing partner. We work hard to connect skilled candidates with employers across southeastern Ohio. Action Total Staffing provides industrial, administrative, temp to hire, direct hire, and seasonal staffing solutions. Since 1994, our staff has offered personalized screenings and in-person interviews to match top talent with great opportunities. Visit our Zanesville location to launch your next chapter with Action Total Staffing.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance.
Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
High school football
from ABC Sports
and WYLE Cambridge. 107.9 Cambridge, 98.5 Zanesville, Nash Icon.
Post-game here at Southtown, Maysville falls to Tri-Valley 57-27. Here's how it happened. First quarter, 6:15 to play. 4-yard touchdown run by Levi Wade, and that is a theme for tonight as they scored and a 2-point conversion made it 8-0. Tri-Valley again in the first quarter, 1:21 to play. 7-yard pass from Spiker to Smith. The 2-point PAT failed. It was 14-0 in favor of Tri-Valley. Maysville on the board in the second quarter, 10:06 left. A 12-yard pass from Rock to Iden. PAT was good by Jocelyn Milanovich, and it was 14-7. Tri-Valley answered a 6-yard touchdown run by Wade, and a 2-point conversion good made it 22-7. And then with 4:14 to play in the first half, Maysville answered on a 72-yard touchdown pass from Rock to Keaton Bryan. PAT was good. That made it 22-14. Also in the second quarter, Tri-Valley answered that touchdown with a touchdown of their own. Another touchdown run by Wade, his third of the first half. PAT was good by LaMonica. That was 29-14. And then Maysville answered before the half ended. A 2-yard touchdown run by Rock. PAT good. That made it 29-21 Tri-Valley at half. Third quarter, Tri-Valley scored just 27 seconds into the third quarter. A 41 touchdown run, I can't say it, by Wade. PAT good by LaMonica, 36-21. Then Tri-Valley converts an interception just a minute later on a 2-yard touchdown run again by Wade. PAT good. That made it 43-21, and the route was on. Although Maysville did answer on a 15-yard pass from Rock to Iden, the PAT was blocked. That made it 43-27. Tri-Valley tacks on another touchdown in the third quarter. Yet again, a, let's just say, 6th touchdown run by Mr. Levi Wade. And that made our score 50-27. And then the last touchdown in the fourth quarter, 8:03 left, a 3-yard run by Reed. PAT good there. That made it 57-27. And that was our final here from Southtown. Richard, you got some stats here in this offensive explosion that you can share that I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, Tri-Valley, 496 yards of total offense, led by Levi Wade, sophomore, 34 carries, 287 yards. 3 carries for Jaron Huff for 4 yards. Parker Schaefer, 2 carries for 9. Chris Reed came in, did a great job for the Scotties, 4 carries for 62 yards. Spiker through the air, Stone Spiker through the air, 9 for 18 for 173. Ryan LaMonica, 4 catches for 134 for Tri-Valley. Just had an outstanding game tonight offensively here at Maysville.
Well, and again, thank you again to all of our sponsors for tonight's football game. Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, Allwell Behavioral Health Services, Dutro Lincoln, Ford Lincoln Nissan, Action Total Staffing, Absolute One, Window Tinting, Doan Ford, Village Hardware and Rental, West 40 Auto Sales, Bicon Services, Great Clips, Shriver's Pharmacy, and TK Auto Service. Our 2 awards for tonight, a couple of young men we named from Maysville as our sponsors dictate we pick players from Maysville for tonight's contest. The Guernsey Muskingum power lineman of the game, Connor Young from Maysville, is our Guernsey Muskingum power lineman of the game. And our Lock 9 Pizza player of the game from Maysville, Mr. Landon Iden. He is our Lock 9 Pizza player of the game for the Maysville Panthers. He gets a free one-item pizza from Lock 9 Pizza. And, of course, on our certificate we give them, it has a picture of their fabulous Wangus burger, which I will partake of next week as I will be down in Duncan Falls to do the Philo game next Friday night. Speaking of next week, on AVC Sports, we've got some games for you again. We had 4 games tonight. I think we've got 5 games next week. Shenandoah is at Monroe Central. That's on WBNV 93.5 and YRP-TV. Union Local is at Cambridge. That's on WILE 97.7 and YRP-TV. Sheridan is at Philo. That game is on Nash Icon. That's a radio-only game. I'll be down in Philo, and that'll be Mike Snively with me. We'll be having our pregame at Lock 9 Pizza. So that'll be my game next week. John Glenn is at Morgan. That's on YRP-TV. Caldwell is at Rosecrans. That game is on KC 105. That is our offerings next week on AVC Sports. Richard, anything else we needed to wrap it up tonight?
Wanted to wrap it up with Maysville stats. Landon Iden, he did earn that Lock 9 Pizza Player of the Game. 9 catches, 106 yards. Cade Rock had a pretty nice night through the air. 17 of 34 for 263. So nice job for them. 297 yards of total offense. Just too much Tri-Valley tonight, Dave.
Just too much Tri-Valley, exactly right.
Too much Levi Wade, to be frank.
Yes, Mr. 6 touchdowns over there for the Tri-Valley Scotties. And again, Tri-Valley just having another good season. Again, they're probably going to be looking at one of those top 4 seeds in the Region 11 Division III playoffs. So we'll see what happens for them. As Maysville, they're going to have to find a way to maybe get into the playoffs. We'll see. They got a tough one next week again at New Lex, so you got to circle the wagons and get ready to play next week.
You really do. That's a really tough schedule. You play Tri-Valley and New Lex back-to-back, and just got to prepare the best you can. And a lot of football left here in 25, and just put together a run and hopefully make the playoffs at the end.
Yep. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in tonight, whether you're listening on the radio or watching on video. My man Dalton over here running the show, Andrew with the camera, Richard Hall for the color, and I'm Dave Hilliard. We certainly appreciate everyone watching and listening. This has been High School Football presented by AVC Sports.
You've been listening to High School Football, a presentation of AVC Sports.